Y'all know who she is,
I'm
honey.
here, y'all. I'm sorry, I got a phone
Yes,
call.
yes, yes. Now you talk about getting as real as it motherfucking gets. Never forget to mention the legendary Amaya Revlon.
Amaya, are you here for the shit or are you just here?
I'm here for the shit for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I know that's motherfucking. I know that's fucking right, honey. Okay, bitch. Um, child. Nikki, what
Thank
is
you,
going on
baby.
with you, honey?
She was in the comments.
She know her page is in here. Oh, here she go, right here, honey. Okay, baby, y'all know who she is, honey.
You already know what motherfucking time it is. When I speak boss lady, you already know the name. Motion after motion after motherfucking motion. The one, Nikki Ballman.
Mm.
Honestly, I need I need to speak to HR because I don't see why the fuck I can't take a night off. Like, why the fuck do I have to come to work every fucking night? Like, bitch, can I please get a night off? God damn.
I
You
mean,
deserve
you
a night
can
off,
have.
Beth.
No,
I mean,
no,
you
no,
deserve a night
no.
off, Nikki. We all
You
can
had
take a
What?
night off.
you had a night off on Saturday, boo.
Oh, oh.
Did you read in the chat? I said why. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Who?
we need to renegotiate our contracts because we should all be able to take a Monday off.
Well, I can't speak for the rest of y'all because I'm here
Bitch,
every
I ain't
night,
speaking for the
all
rest of y'all
night.
either, because bitch, when I want a day off, I take it off.
Wow, that's really gagging. I'm really gagging at y'all, honey. Okay, but
I
y'all
mean,
know.
because let's discuss this summer scheduling because I don't think none of us want to be sitting here in the summer on a Monday
Oh
night.
no, baby, you already know, Jason. You already know how Monday nights go, child. You already know, honey, bitch. We not here like that on a Monday night, honey. Okay,
It got to be something big in the summertime.
yeah. And Nikki, and I'm not Nikki. I was in your room the whole time, Nikki, when y'all was
I know.
talking.
I
I
saw
just
you
came.
posting. I figured
Yeah,
you was up.
I just came from one of my other pages and shit. But yeah, y'all, we here to talk about. So listen, y'all already know, baby. You know, if y'all see the announcers right there, that's my candy apple and the announcers right there. If y'all want to run me up, can everybody on the count of three? Can everybody send a bell? Let's
And your
make the
mother
room
don't do
fuck.
no work neither, but lay on her back. But we not talking about
Let
her.
Let's make the room lucky on the count of three. Everybody send a bell. One, two, three. Everybody send a bell and let's make the room lucky. Okay, I need all of y'all. I need all of y'all to be running up Amaya at box number two, honey. Okay, she needs everything, baby. Okay, I need
Um,
Amaya. I need Amaya on 2 or 3 dragons tonight, so she gets her 90 or her 110, honey. Do y'all big ones
no
for her.
sir.
Y'all know y'all fuck with her like that. So do y'all big ones for her and run her the fuck on up, honey. And if y'all want to feel generous and shit like that, y'all know that's my candy apple down there in the announcements.
I see
So
my West Coast correspondents. Hey, boo.
I mean, lad, what I
yeah,
say wrong? They attacked me, I
yeah.
attacked them.
Hold on, let me put all the. I gotta put announcements down. Oh, girl. Okay, hold on.
Hold on one
Chill.
second, Kelly. Hold on one second, Kelly. Because
Go
there's a
ahead.
lot of
Hold
West Coast
on.
people. Hold on, because there's a lot of West Coast people here, so they will know the difference. West Coast correspondent. It's a ball in your city. I need my inbox to go ahead and go up because I know you don't mind. So go ahead and give me the key so I know what's going on. But don't give them the key
Hold
that you
on.
only know, bitch. Well, you know better than that. I still
Go ahead.
never
Y'all
told
start
her.
talking because she get on my nerves. The
And
Paul
Alphabet, and if Alphabet,
and
you in the and Alphabet, if you in the comments, you just can send me a bubble, and I'll say it, or you can say it yourself.
Yeah, there's a lot of West Coast people in here, so I can make that announcement without her being singled out.
okay,
Thank you, babies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
okay. Hold on, checkers, bitch. I hate when people fuck up
Those
my
of you that are
energy.
following me tonight, I will follow you by the end of the night. It's just so much going on. I can't see to follow you back. But thank you for the follow and thank you for the gifts. I'm
Hey,
literally,
yeah,
I
yo.
got to work late, so I'm literally stuffing my face. I just walked in the door. I didn't even wash my
Uh,
makeup off.
you had on makeup?
I wear makeup to work every day.
Well, bitch, then you should give us a cam up if we need to.
What you say? I
Never
mean, I
mind, never
can.
mind.
Don't get it twisted.
Never mind.
I was just
It's
saying that earlier. Nikki, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry, be fast. I just
Okay, okay. So we're gonna. Okay, wait. Okay, so Drake, go ahead. Start. We started with North Carolina. With no, we started with North Carolina. No,
No,
yeah, we
not
started
us.
with North Carolina.
Members.
You. Oh,
I
okay.
think we should.
What?
I think we should circle the block on old news, on the updates from the Southwest region, like work our way up into the ball
Let's do
because we
that.
have
Go ahead, Drake.
Argentina
That's
next
fine.
week.
Go ahead, Drake. I
Okay,
asked
go.
some
Um,
shit.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead. Girl, the shit is on
okay.
my fucking nerve.
yeah, J Rock. I'm in my quarter for the night. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, yeah, I'm good. So every tonight is about Amaya. We trying to get Amaya there. J Rock, if you not there, then you need to be up in that box five. No shade.
All right. So I'm not gonna share it. I'm just gonna read it. And this was on March the 27th, 2025, and it reads: The Southern Ballroom Coalition is committed to ensuring that our events remain safe, celebratory, and inclusive spaces for all members of the community. On Wednesday, March 26th, the heads of state convened to review an incident that occurred during the Southern Regional Awards Ball in Houston, Texas on March 15th. After reviewing video footage, collecting witness statements, and inviting all parties involved to participate in the hearing, the coalition has reached the following conclusions and issued appropriate sanctions. This incident stemmed from a long-standing personal conflict between Cameo Miyake Mugler 007 and Cordy Allure, one many in the community have been aware of for some time. While the initial exchange during the event was brief and could have been de-escalated with restraint, the situation unfortunately intensified into a physical altercation that was both captured on video and widely shared online. While we recognize that deep tensions often exist beneath the surface, physical aggression at any event constitutes a direct violation of the Southern Ballroom Coalition policy on violence and misconduct. Our role is not to resolve personal history, but to protect the well being of the spaces with steward on behalf of the entire community. After thorough deliberation, the coalition determined the following. Cameo Miyake Mugler 007 was unanimously found to have violated the Southern Region's policy on acts of aggression. While the early moments of the exchange offered an opportunity to disengage, the decision to physically escalate the situation was a clear breach of our standards. As a result, Cameo is banned for a period of 6 months, effective March 16, 2025 through September 16, 2025. This sanction has been reduced to a 3 month suspension ending June 16, 2025, upon the submission of documented proof of successful completion of a certified anger management course by that date. Cordy Allure, in a 4-3 decision, was not found to have violated the region's policy on aggression for violence. Evidence indicated that while Cordy engaged verbally and contributed to the rise in tension, he did not initiate the physical altercation. Based on available testimony and footage, he was determined to be acting in defense and not the aggressor. Therefore, no sanction will be imposed. All individuals who have been sanctioned are prohibited from attending, hosting, presenting, and or facilitating any mainstream ballroom events, including but not limited to of your approved and non-approved balls, mini deluxe balls, showcases, community gatherings, and or ballroom related events or meetings. These bans apply across all states within the jurisdiction of the Southern Ballroom Coalition, including Alabama, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. As a result of Cameo's sanction, the House of Miyake McGlair is disqualified from eligibility for House of the Year consideration in the Southern region for 2026. A call for accountability and growth. A ballroom was born from resistance, resilience, and the radical idea that everyone deserves a place to be seen, celebrated, and safe. It is more than an event, it's a home for many. That's why protecting this space is not only our responsibility as organizers, but a shared commitment we all must uphold. Disagreements are inevitable, and a conflict is human, but violence is never the answer. We urge members of our community to take intentional steps towards resolution, whether the dialogue, mediation, or seeking
All right,
support
okay, fuck
before.
it. All right, so let me go ahead and interject. I have a question. What was so different in what they did for the Gulf Coast than what we did here in Atlanta? We took a vote. They made a decision, and I don't understand the difference. I don't understand the difference. I call it a bunch of bullshit, and I'm not even going down that road again. That was bullshit. 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 No shade. Everybody watched both of them fighting. Correct? Did we not see the same thing? Did
Yeah.
everybody not see them two fighting?
Yeah.
Okay. So you mean to tell me an incident that happened after the ball warranted everybody getting suspended versus something that happened during the ball, only one. Yeah.
What's up,
Did they
Keelan?
follow the? Let me ask you a question, Nikki, because I'm not for sure, y'all. You know, I really don't pay attention. Did they follow what the Gulf Coast sanctioned, and that's how that went?
My man.
No,
They
because they
definitely didn't
both was
follow the
banned
Gulf
in the
Coast
Gulf
sanction
Coast.
because
Okay.
the Gulf Coast had already did the Gulf Coast had already came up with what they did, which was it was 90-90 because both of them came up. Both of them knew that they were going to be in trouble, and both of them had took accountability, and both of them was like, you
Hey,
know what?
baby.
Whatever y'all do, we agree
You
with it,
know what?
right? And when they was like that, they kind of made it easy for us. They didn't try to hide behind nothing, didn't try to do nothing, right? So we was like 90 days, like 3 months or whatever. Then we was also
Right.
looking at it as if these are two people that pretty much don't even really come down here. So even if we would have did 6 months, whatever, they don't come
It
down
don't
here like
matter.
that.
Right.
But to say that to show that y'all are taking accountability, 90 days, 3 months, we get it. Y'all didn't disturb the whole ball. Y'all are stepping up, right? They both stepped up. But then we went to Southeast. That's people outside of the Gulf Coast. They actually
Right.
was
Okay.
reading
Real
So
us
I,
shit.
about
I
the
didn't
I
even
90
saw
know
that
days.
that.
shit.
Okay.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So we stuck with what we said, which was 3 months, 90 days,
We
right? But others, I don't know why they be just wanting to
Now I
just be
have one other
so.
question that I keep seeing in the comments. Wasn't Cameo a Mugler during the fight, and then the 007 happened after the fight?
Yes. So how is the House of Mugler disqualified for the year?
Because he was a Mugler during the fight.
Yeah.
Right, and we even offered we
See, that's the
asked.
bullshit I be talking about. Because in the battle shit, we're talking about, oh, y'all could cost us the venue. Both of them cause risk of the venue being taken away.
And
Both of them.
that's what the Gulf Coast was saying. That's what the Gulf
Thank
Coast was
you.
saying. But we,
Thank you for the
I guess
gifts, but
we,
send them to
Bro, y'all
we
better
Amaya or
get the
J
fuck
Rock.
on.
I have my
Y'all better get
quota.
the
If y'all
fuck
can
on
send
for
y'all's
real.
gifts to Amaya or J Rock.
Y'all better get the fuck on. That's why as much as I feel like we need a universal ballroom alliance, this is why this shit is not gonna work. Cause bitches is going to pick and fucking choose across the board, regardless. Everybody gonna pick and choose. In one moment you want to say, "Oh, the fighting is costing us the venue," but you suspend everybody except for one person for a fight that happened after the venue. But then you got two people fighting during the fucking ball where the police got to get involved, and you only suspend one. Bro,
Yeah.
y'all better get
I
the
feel
fuck
that.
on. Y'all better get the fuck on. Y'all better get
some
the
of
fuck
them
on.
some of them felt because okay, I guess everybody was saying, so what you want me to do? Just get hit and not fight back? So
Hold
they
on.
was like,
So
so
I
again,
got
I
I got a
ask.
I got a premium comment. Hold on. It says, did they not ban Core D because the allures don't have a chance at the 50K?
Oh, I don't know about all that.
no, that ain't got nothing to do with none of that. But a lot of people were saying like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, y'all doing a lot of
Nikki
this
right.
banding and stuff
I ain't
like
gonna lie.
that. Do y'all want me to just get? They kept on coming up with that. Do y'all want me to just get hit? So they started looking at, well, who actually passed the lick? Cameo told us on the Gulf Coast. He said, what I liked about Cameo is Cameo still he knew that it was gonna be something, but he just wanted to know what it was gonna be. But like he said, at that point, at that second time, when
Tori,
Courtney, when
J Rock, just go ahead, hurry up. Just
no,
go.
just say when Courtney stood up in that second time, he said he put his stuff down and he had passed that lick on that time right there. But even with us getting proof that Courtney was a aggressor from an outside person that was standing right there, that is both of their friends, it they still said that, but Courtney didn't pass the lick and put. I said, but y'all said
So,
Bullshit. Girl, they bullshit.
because this is triggering me because I'm where Nikki is in a sense of
Girl,
this,
that's bullshit, girl. Girl, that's
and
bullshit, girl.
so
Man,
Tori,
I want them to admit. I just want them to admit and be a man about it. That they were upset that Justine was not coming to the alliance meetings. That she was not being. That y'all were so aggravated that she is allowing Atlanta to vote, the people to vote, and not y'all controlling this shit. That y'all want her out of that space. So y'all thought that was y'all were going to use. Girl, listen.
no,
Listen.
Tori, what I was trying to say is I'm at my quota right now. We working on J Rock and Amaya, so thank you for the beans. But
that was me running you up, by the way. I just want to let you know, sis, that
That
was me
was you
running
running
you
me
up.
up, brother. Thank you so much, brother.
No, but Nikki,
Girl.
and
I'll
just to
give it to
be
you then.
just to be 100% transparent, I know Jason can tell you because Jason inherited. When it comes down to the Gulf Coast, I know how we think, but
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody keeps saying Marcus don't have a decision. I'm telling you, it's people out there that I'll be like, do y'all just not like
Ooh.
these people or something?
Can we
Like why
J
like
Rock, J Rock, that's gonna cause a spiral. Let's wrap this up and move on to the next.
No, ain't no rap
oh
shit
no,
up.
I
No,
don't have
we
to say
not
nothing
rapping
about
shit
it. We
up.
don't have to wrap up nothing. Y'all can talk about it. I was just saying it's weird to me
Fuck
that
out of here.
like
For
like
y'all,
like when after I got off that call, that's why I had made that post. Maybe it's because I'm from Texas and maybe I think a certain way. But when we be arguing this stuff down, I'd be like, fair is fair. But it don't seem like fair is fair
it's not fair.
to
It wasn't J.
everybody
Okay, J
else.
Rock,
It
what J
wasn't
Rock
fair.
is leaving. What J Rock is leaving out for y'all is that the story that we got on one night from one
Was
person
not the story on the.
was not the same story from the other night. So the story that the second person told amongst them gave them an opportunity to the reason why they did not get banned because
But
the
did he
story they
not?
told the second
But did he not say that what he said on
Well,
here was going to be taken into consideration?
They didn't
and it
care.
wasn't and they didn't care.
It wasn't.
They wanted my girl up out. They want my girl up out of that chairwoman
And
seat in
that's
Atlanta.
kind of what left
And,
me
and
because I didn't
and
want to get.
after listen after they didn't get so let me break y'all down. Let me
Mm.
break y'all down. The first meeting of
Yeah,
January is
you can have
always
one.
a packed meeting.
Go ahead. No, go ahead,
Okay,
Nikki. Go ahead.
hold on. The first meeting of Atlanta is always a very packed meeting because that's the meeting where we vote. They vote to see
Thank you.
what houses are truly a part of the alliance, right?
Right.
What happened was the people thought they were going to bring a new chair in, and they thought the other people was supposed to have the votes. They couldn't vote because they wasn't active, so the people gagged, right? Then they turned around after they realized they couldn't get those votes on the panel.
Thank you,
the
baby.
first.
Then they wanted to come back and say, "Well, we're gonna take this. We're gonna do this ban. She can't be a part
Well,
of it."
baby, I don't know
The
what to tell you. It's
people
Monday.
are playing fucking games. Y'all keep letting the people play games.
Thank you.
Y'all do not see.
And so
And hold
Nikki,
on, wait, hold on. And it was a 4-3 vote. Which was
Charlie, mute
four.
yourself.
Who was the four?
Working.
welcome to the Gulf Coast.
In a unanimous vote, Cameo was voted to be banned. 4-3 voted for Cordy not to be banned. 40 for Cordy not to get banned. Who was the four? In transparency and Robert's rules, it should be both of those votes should be transparent and public. Who?
I'll let
Let
them
me
do
go by
that.
Robert's
Was
rules.
the
Just
four.
know that the
They
Gulf
don't know
Coast.
nothing about that, Amaya.
Just know,
Oh,
yeah,
my
they
bad.
know.
My
Trust me,
bad.
they
I'm an
know,
old
Drake.
girl.
Drake, they know. They just don't want to go by it. They know how it go. Just know that the Gulf Coast was the same on both parties.
Yes,
Let me
we
let me
were.
let me say this. Um, Again, I do think we need some kind of rules and regulations, right?
So, but wait. So,
In this
why?
thing.
Okay, why can't we find out? Why
Oh, girl,
can't we
this
find out the
respect is pissing
names?
me off. Well, you
But I'll
should
let them
because
do that.
Robert
That's
rules
not
means that you should have transparency.
because
Um,
that's not
I
my
I honestly feel like we do need some kind of rules and regulations in this thing we call ballroom. I'm gonna stick by that.
mhm.
How we get them? Who sets the precedent? Who sets the standard? I don't know because ain't none of you bitches to be trusted. Ain't none of y'all to be trusted. All y'all some backstep. Let me tell you what I have learned. Ballroom is a power struggle. You
Yeah.
icons don't want to let go.
Y'all, they
You
don't need
founders
nothing. They
don't
good
want
for
to
the
let
money. Me
go.
and Amaya need this.
Send
You
all
all
y'all,
of
everybody, send all
everybody
y'all gifts
wants
to
to
Amaya
be
and J Rock, please.
everybody wants to be in control. Bitches are scared to let go of the power because they are scared to be irrelevant. Scared that they're going to become irrelevant. That's the people's fear. Hey, baby. Nobody wants to let go. So we ain't gonna never get nowhere in ballroom, and somebody gonna come take it away from us. And bitch, we gonna be guests in our own community.
I
Hold
don't
on,
know how you do that, Shanita.
Nikki. All I'm gonna say is that we keep telling y'all not to send us no gifts, and y'all steady sending gifts. Send the gifts to box 2 and box 5, please. Everybody else has made they coin.
That shit,
Look,
that's
y'all,
some
Like
bullshit.
I
I
said,
know I
and you
see a
said
few of y'all down in the comments that don't like me or don't use me. Y'all can send the hate beans to J Rock.
Yeah, I just if
damn.
again, if it's an across, I'm okay if everything is gonna be done the same across the board. But in order for it to be done the same across the board, all the rules are going to have to be laid out in front of everybody. I agree.
What you said, you don't know
Everybody
who
is
gonna
going
say.
to everything is
Thank you,
going to have to
AJ.
be put in black and white. It ain't going by case by. We need. Girl, listen. Shit don't make sense.
Well, Alexis, I know you
And y'all
said you
gonna
don't know
keep
who.
letting me. Y'all gonna keep letting motherfuckers pull the wool over your eyes because they can't see.
Well, I know you said who gonna set precedents, but I can say this. I can say this though. The Gulf Coast is not perfect. We, as a matter of fact, in the past 2 years, we was met with a lot of resistance on how we was doing things. We had it in black and white. We had everything on paper, and the most things that we was getting resistance for is active houses, paying dues, having a system with a legal account. But I will say that I think when people started seeing how we actually was doing it, we literally, and I'm gagging at this moment. At the present moment, the Gulf Coast has 11 active dues paying house that is literally on calls and everything. And I'm like really gagging because I didn't think that it'll get to that, but they see that we're trying to keep stuff consistent. You know what I'm saying? We don't agree. We not perfect. We be fucking up sometimes. But at the end, we try to come together for like when we come out, like as a general, we look on one accord. You see what I'm saying? And we don't like try to bash another house and all this stuff and tear down the alliance members and all that kind of stuff because we really, bitch, we trying to get people to come down here. You know what I'm saying? And keep on coming back. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know how long it'll last, but hey, that's what's been going on. It's been good for the past 2 years, and this year it's even better.
If that's what
For
works
now.
for y'all,
For
if that's
now.
what works for y'all, J Rock, keep doing that. Fuck it.
I hope it do because my nerves was bad these past 2 years.
So who was all on the call?
Answers we never get.
We never get to the bottom of child. Let's move on because this shit ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off all over again.
J Rod, was you on the call?
I said I was on the call. The Gulf Coast was on the call. I was the Gulf Coast, which is me, Paris, Hershey, and I'm about to leave the board because Paris just transitioned into presidency. That was my last call.
Well,
So
so
the head
who else was on the call since you leaving the board?
that's I'm only speaking for the Gulf Coast. I'm not. I don't know if I'm able to be saying all that stuff because we did benefit, and I'm gonna be a real ass motherfucker. The Gulf Coast
So
benefited from being a part of the South, from being a part
here,
of the Southern
here's the
Alliance.
thing. Here's the thing. All of that should be public knowledge.
Right. So I'm trying to before I do something to get my whole region kicked out of a Southern Alliance
Oh
or a
wait, now they
Southern.
kicking you out of alliance because you can't. Girl, you know what? Are y'all okay? So
No, I'm just
everybody
saying.
in
I'm just saying
Thank
everybody
that's
you,
in
not
here the
Shanita.
that's not for
dictatorship
me to
around here,
tell
What's up,
right?
nobody.
Pepsi?
Everybody around here okay. Oh, you listen. You know what? I'm
That's
going.
not for me to
I'm
tell.
I'm going to quiet for the night. Y'all have a good night.
I don't have. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm at will to say that.
The fuck up.
But we can definitely
Amaya, leave them
ask.
dogs alone. Yeah,
I know. I just know most of them are the heads of the alliances from Virginia all the way over to Texas. So your heads is the heads of state. Your heads of your alliances.
well, yeah, I don't know who the well, no, not necessarily because I know in Virginia the head of state is not the head of alliance. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so yeah, the head of the state in Virginia is um,
And and then you gotta look at it like this: if everybody don't show up, I don't be remembering everybody names.
Vincent.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, baby,
The head of the alliance, I mean, the head of the state for Virginia is Vincent, but the head of the alliance is Romeo. So it might be different. But
it was different from a whole commentator. So that should tell
So
you something.
so
Then.
so
If I
so
can't remember
so
all of their
so
names,
hello
it's
hello
who
hello
y'all have over y'all
hello
alliance.
hello hello hello. So Royal, Zaparis, and Hershey voted for him to get motherfucking banned. Who was the other four that voted for him not to get banned?
Say it the fuck again. Say it the fuck again.
What happened? Well, I'm sorry, I missed. I walked out the room. What happened?
Here come the girlfriend shit. Here come the girlfriend.
Zaparis,
Here
Zaparis,
come the girlfriend shit.
Zaparis, Hershey, and Royal voted for him to get banned. The other four did not vote for him to get banned. Who was the other four?
Mm.
So Hershey, so Paris, Gulf Coast, Royal, Atlanta.
so then you got Virginia, North Carolina, Florida. I don't know who else is on the voting member, but I know
Malaysia. Who else?
Malaysia would be South Carolina.
Okay.
That's what she is. She's mother of South Carolina in my house. So she's South Carolina.
um. Well,
Africa
so
was
it's
not on that call.
Nope.
okay. So Sierra Mizrahi.
Girl, if you don't stop,
Oh,
girl, you know they can.
wait. Oh, okay. That's what I had to. When I seen the New
That's the
Orleans, I knew it
crackhead.
was key.
So we got the three names that said yes for him to be banned. Why
Oh,
y'all can't give
Trigger.
us the other four? Why y'all can't
They
give us the
said
other
Trigger is
four?
from. They
Oh,
said
so
Trigger is Florida.
wait. So Jason, you was on the call too?
Yes, I was, but I don't have a vote.
Yeah, but
I
okay.
run.
So tell us who the other names were.
I run
They're
into
gonna beat
some.
her ass.
They not going. Ain't nobody gonna do shit
I'm
to
just
me.
talking shit. I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit. Just don't get
They
me.
ain't
I'm
gonna do.
talking
They
shit.
they can't do shit but lick my ass, and this is triggering for me, like it's triggering for her because I felt like on that call, and J Rock will tell you in our inbox, I kept saying,
Feel the
"Please let me speak. Please let me speak." Did I not, J Rock? The entire time I was on that call, I kept saying, please let me speak.
Nikki,
Because they were
somebody said
driving me
check your
crazy.
messenger.
Because they were driving me crazy.
I don't understand.
Well,
I don't understand why.
Can we
I don't
stand on
understand.
business to keep it real and tell the names of who was on the
I don't
call and who
understand.
voted for
I don't
what?
understand why. I don't
Why is
understand
this such a
why this
secret?
is.
How the fuck are we,
Why is
wait a
this
minute,
so
shut the,
secretive?
stop. How the fuck are we acting spooked when we was the main one, when they were the voice of the Gulf Coast was the main one saying, we got a text for saying, he didn't, this what he said on here is not what he told us. We got a text for that.
Mm. And this is exactly why there will not be a collective, a fucking alliance.
I've been saying that from the beginning.
Cause baby, it's nothing is being transparent when it comes to this shit. Everything is being secretive. Everybody hiding their hand, mistake bitch, and throwing a motherfucking rock. Mistake bitch, this is fucking ridiculous.
Okay,
Oh no,
well,
since Marcus want to call me and tell me that why we trying to make it look
okay, well,
divided.
hold on.
It was
Well,
Malaysia, it was Trigger, it was
I was just about to
Scooter.
say.
But if you ask me who else was on the fucking call, these is your head of states. I, J-Rock, don't know them bitches. So y'all got people over y'all head of state that I don't know. And I cover balls every week since 2012. I'm region to region, state to state. I don't know them.
Wait,
So if I'm not going to name
but how
all
you
the
don't know
names,
Scooter
why
and
just
y'all was in
name
the same
some of
house?
them? But since Mark is coming over here trying to say that I'm trying to make it look divided, I'm telling you I can speak for the ones that I know, which was the Gulf Coast. But I don't know those other people's name like that. I don't remember their names. I don't fuck with them like that. But I can tell you Scooter. I can tell you Trigger. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because Scooter was in my house at one point. At one point, it was a bunch of Ebonies. Why? Because the Ebonies was running every fucking alliance. Until we started transferring power. So if you go, this is what I'm telling y'all. Go to Virginia all the way to Texas. Who's ever on those alliances, those are your head of states. See, because y'all gonna try to make it look like I'm shady when I'm not shady when I'm saying these things right here. Y'all have people over your alliances and your coalitions that I don't fucking know.
So we got 3 of the votes. Who was the 4th vote?
And you have to look at it how me and Jason was looking at it after we had voted how we voted, and then everybody and the other 4 voted out. But I don't know who voted what because I was just like, what? Like I'm like, what? It just did not.
It did not make sense.
Because I felt like even with what had came up, both of them had an opportunity to defend themselves. Cameo decided not to come up, and I guess Cameo was like, they're gonna do what they want to do.
Oh, okay. Well,
anyway.
somebody said it was Virginia, so that means it was Vincent. Oh, well, Remy said it was not VA. Okay, well.
What did not play good in Cameo's defense, then Cameo chose that whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and he chose
cool
not.
with it.
No, but I respect that though. I respect that though, because as a leader, sometimes you have to hold yourself accountable. And if you know that you showed out and you know that there's consequences for your actions, then I mean, why not stand on business and be like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna take what I'm given and move on.
And then Asia was on the call. David
So
was
how
on the
would
call.
it be me, Grands? How would it be me? I don't have a vote. I am there as switchboard, like I would do for Blog Talk. I was there in a administrative capacity. I had no fucking vote. My voice was the Paris and Hershey. Those are my fucking voices. And my voice said he should have been
Jason.
banned.
Okay, Malaysia. The reason why your name was being brought up is because we were trying to figure out who were the 4 votes who voted for Cordy not to be banned, since the 3 names was released on who did vote for him to be banned. So we were bringing up the heads of states for each person. I mean, for each state. So that's why
Marcus called me telling me that why are we not saying the names to make, because it's gonna make it look like it was a bad thing or it was divided and all this kind of stuff and everything. And I said, well, let me just make, because what y'all not going to do is try to make it seem like I didn't want to have to do all that
Because
kind of stuff,
bitches
because
don't
my
want to
thing, I can
stand
speak
Well,
for
on
me.
because
first of all,
hoes
Mark.
ain't
Oh wait,
standing on business like they claim they are. That's
well,
why.
Marcus.
Hoes is
Right,
picking and
but once
fucking
again, I can
choosing.
only give you the names that I know, and I'm gonna keep on saying that. So if y'all name off some
Uh,
names, and I'm
that's
telling you,
that shit
not
full of
everybody
shit.
was on the call. It's more than just 4, 3, 7
Alexis,
people. No, I don't have the minutes, and I didn't ask for them because, like I said, I stepped off. That was my last call because I'm no longer the head of state for the Gulf Coast. I don't have to deflect shit. I told you the Gulf Coast voted the same way we voted, and then the other 4 people voted how they voted. But I can't even tell you who they were. I can tell you who was on the call, and then obviously, okay, Trigger, Malaysia, Scooter. That's the only names that I can remember that was on the call. Oh, and Royal, but Royal voted the same way we voted. So I'm saying, like, if like I don't know their names like that. I don't know their names like that.
No,
Sorry,
I
I
did
don't
not.
know their fucking names.
No, no, it was not recorded late, and I did not record it because I didn't. No, I didn't record it.
So I don't. This is the problem, right?
There you go.
With
Somebody said Sean Conn. Yes, but catch this. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I
Scar.
don't know Sean Conn unless he went by another name, or J Rock don't know Sean Conn. There are thousands and thousands of people in ballroom. I don't be knowing all of their names.
Let me ask a question, y'all. So, are we going back and forth about names now, or we talking about transparency? Because if we're gonna have the same exact roundabout conversation, we can do something else. But if we're gonna get something out of this conversation, then let's go ahead and move deeper into it.
Okay, so wait, Armani Lavian, that would be Alabama.
Who?
Scar Revlon, that's Florida. Armani Walks All American.
I thought they
Scar
said
was
Sean
Trigger
not
was in
on
Con.
that
Florida.
call.
So now
Scar
Scar was
was
not
so
not
even
on
now
on the
it's
that.
call.
Scar.
Scar wasn't even on that call.
You see
I'm
what
just
I'm
Scar
reading
not
the
saying?
even
names.
part of the.
I'm reading the
Scar not
names that
even
they
part of
put,
the head of state.
and they said Armani wasn't on the call either. Okay, I'm just reading
So
the names
Drake.
that they put in the
So Drake,
comment.
now you see what I'm saying, Drake? It was people on the call. I can only tell you the ones that I know their
That we
names.
remember. That was
That we
that was how many
remember.
weeks ago? That was I don't
That's what I'm
remember
trying
that
to
shit at
figure
this
out
point.
too. To the person who just inboxed me is
But
why
not
they
but
were
not
on the.
everybody made it, but not everybody made it to the call. You see what I'm saying? Africa was not on the call.
Africa was not on that call.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all trying to make it seem like now the masses are aware. So
Oh,
right.
okay.
Malaysia can't do you. Malaysia, do you remember everybody that was actually on the call? Because like I said, I told them the names of the people I know. That I
Oh well, yeah.
know that I
Malaysia.
know.
Malaysia said that she's the one. She's the head of state for the Carolinas. Is that what she said?
Yes.
Um, she
They
said,
love
hold on. She
screaming
said,
Africa
read
name,
all.
and she wasn't even
She
there.
said, read all of her comments. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm going back up so I can read them. Malaysia. It's just so much
The
happening.
7 people that voted, because the 7 people that voted would be the people that was on the call. What's
Nikki. I
McCall
mean,
dropped that?
Kelly, bring Nikki back.
hold on.
Okay, Malaysia
Okay.
said, I'm standing on all my shit. I voted how I voted. I heard his side, and Cameo didn't get on. She said,
And that's what I
no,
said. They
no
voted
punk
because
here.
they voted the way
It's
they voted because Cameo did not get on. That's the one thing they all said in common, that Cameo did not get on. It would have been nice to have heard his side, but since he did not, they went with what they had. And we could not give them hearsay. They were not going to listen to us listen to them give hearsay of what Cameo said to us.
All
Because
right,
that would have been third party.
like I said, the girls is full of shit. Can we move on?
Might as
Like
well,
that.
because I told him I can only tell him who I know.
Let me see more.
Girls,
Two,
full of shit
three,
is what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
four.
Most pick and choose
Malaysia,
when they want to
Sean
enforce the
Connery.
rules. What? So this man ain't neither one of them ain't put both of them ain't put the venue at risk. Come go,
Hold up.
I,
Wait a minute.
girl.
Hershey, Paris, Sean, Trigger, Scooter, Malaysia. That's six. It was only 7 votes. Bitch, if y'all had already had the names, y'all gonna piss me the fuck off. It was only 7 votes. Y'all keep asking me who was all on there.
Well,
I keep telling y'all.
they just brought the fourth name. That was the thing. We was waiting on the fourth name, and that was
Exactly,
Sean.
man.
Okay. On the count of three, can everybody send a bell, please, and make the room. Let's make the room lucky, and y'all run J Rock and Amaya up. And can somebody get the commercials? Let's pay some bills while we do this. On the count of three. One, two, three. Everybody set a bell, please. Everybody set a bell. Set a bell. Set a bell.
Girl, your
Can
man
y'all
is
please
slow,
run?
ho.
Can y'all please run J Rock and Amaya up? Can y'all get the
I'm
commercials?
AJ.
Let's
I
pay
am
some bills.
AJ. I'm good.
Okay, so hold
AJ.
on. I just got a premium comment that said it was not Sean because it wasn't like Sean would have been representing Virginia and it wasn't Virginia who voted. Hey
Girl,
son.
listen.
Sean
Games
did
are
vote.
being played. I
He did
promise
vote.
y'all, there are games being
Oh, so
played.
he did vote?
Hello.
Drake. If it was Sean, or whatever, I told you I don't know the name. And if it was Sean Con, I don't know Sean Con like that.
Vincent,
Now if I
I
see
got
him,
this. I got this. I got this. J. Rock. It was Sean Khan that voted. Stop reading all these comments
Okay.
because it was Sean Khan. It was Sean Khan.
Okay. That's how I mean we that's how we've been asking. We asked the two people who was on the call to
But
tell us.
okay, all
So
right.
we
I'm
just going
gonna
by the
just. I'm gonna.
comment.
I'm gonna say this. I don't remember because after that call, I fucking was over it and I didn't care no more.
Because the
me
girls
and
wouldn't,
Jason,
because the girls wasn't standing on business, right?
it was gonna be it was like done. It was like done, and then I was just like, hey,
Yeah, the girls wasn't standing on business. It's
All right, so what's
fine.
the next topic on the docket? Oh, the commercial. Sorry, hold on.
I can't
Right,
believe y'all.
Atlanta voted. Atlanta voted. They say we did the fool. Huh? They did. Definitely say y'all did the
drop your
fool.
do rag. You know what? When you do 21 years and get paid for the rest of your life and don't have to have a job and people just get paid to fart, bitch, you can look how you want to look. I don't have to look good for neither one of you hoes.
All
I'm
right, it's
sitting
time to
down
pay
right
some
here. I'm
bills.
sitting down right here, and I'm getting paid to be on here.
This is the commercial break
At
brought to you
at
by the up and coming icon, overall founding father, Romeo
my
Champion,
studio, my
presenting the
studio.
channel Surfing Kiki Ball, May 16,
That's
2025,
right. That's right.
8777 Philadelphia Road, Roseville, Maryland. The legendary Father Sean Khan presents Death by Destruction, Poison Edition, October the 11th, 2025, in Washington, D.C. Myself, the legendary Asia Balenciaga, and legendary Barry West presents the Cirque du Soleil Ball, being held here in Washington, D.C., May 17th at the Howard University. And all roads lead to the 50K. The House of Chanel presents the redefinition of the Dollhouse, 50th year anniversary, Atlanta, Georgia, Labor Day weekend. And finally, the Icon only presents the Fifth Element Ball, April the 26th, New York City at the Club Amazon. Oh, one more. Sorry. It's Movie Land Ball, Part Two, the sequel, April 12th, 2025. Uh, I don't know who this is by, but yeah, over $8,000 in grand prizes.
You girls need to learn how to read. That's what y'all need to learn how to read.
Okay,
See?
so this oh well, before we get there, honey, before we get into the board, honey, okay, yeah, hold on, where's it at? Where we going, honey? We got some tea, honey. Let's go here. Wait, let
I
me
got a headache.
see.
I'm going to
Was
bed.
I on mute that whole time?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I
Okay.
was going to say.
Where's it at? Here, let me see. Is this it?
Hi,
Um,
baby. I'm back. I'm back.
yeah. Okay. We going to the Drake. We going to the thumbs up, Drake. We going to the thumbs up.
Tez, if you in here, can you the shield that you have for me? Can you give to J Rock, please? Thank you.
Hey y'all, thank you for all the gifts, for all the love. I know y'all are sending it to some because y'all genuinely fuck with me, and some because it's just a gift night for me. But whatever reason that you're sending it to me, I really appreciate it. I really thank you. I'm trying to get to two dragons. If I can get to at least one, I would be appreciative. Thank you so much.
And I'm just trying to get to 5,000. And while they figuring out what they doing and stuff like this, can somebody ask me how is this a read? If you can pay your bills, travel, not have a job, and all that on your pension and have free medical for the rest of your life till you die, is that a read?
Okay, hold
Who
on. I
said I
had to
was giving
re.
you a
I
shield,
wanted to
Jason?
resend it in the group so I didn't have to scroll. Hold
Couldn't be.
Okay, you see all the ones with the thumbs up. We doing all of
Thank
those
you,
ones with the thumbs
baby.
up.
on.
The
Uh huh.
ones that go all together. Okay. Okay.
Okay, y'all know
Okay,
when we
y'all
doing
know when we
commercials,
doing
y'all gotta
commercials,
hush,
y'all gotta
y'all.
hush, y'all.
All right, this is from JB's 007. She said, first, I like to start this statement by saying, I have so much love for the House of West. I joined this house when I was 19 years old and just beginning to emerge in the scene. My leaders, as well as my brothers and sisters in this house, have heavily contributed to my growth on the floor and off of it. I came into the House of West as a young trans girl and grew into my own woman. I will always thank them for allowing me to grow and for guiding me along the way. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about the house, and my experience has been nothing short of life changing and amazing, filled with laughs, love, and invaluable advice. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Now, moving on to the situation that has led to my potential separation from my house on Wednesday, March 26th, the current overall mother of the House of West, known as Carolina Doll, commented under a Facebook post I made about accepting trans identity and loving ourselves for who we are. For reasons I still can't understand, she took offense to me uplifting the trans community and proceeded to argue with me under the post, attempting to belittle me and my transition compared to her, someone 25 years my senior. After 2 to 3 replies trying to explain that I didn't mean the post that way, she continued to make rude remarks, resulting in me snapping back. She then brought up my relationship with my mother, whom I don't care much about. I know she's ignorant, and I've experienced that more than anyone. She also mentioned my father, who was murdered due to gun violence after I joined the House of West in 2021. I've been very vocal and transparent with my house about my hardships, including the depression I went through after the tragedy. Honestly, my house really helped me get through that. For her to mention these things in a read to me made me lose all respect for her, not only as a leader of the house, but as a person. She said very vile, evil things for no good reason, and I told her to be careful because she could get hit for it. I still stand by that statement. Um, I'm sorry, you have to be cautious when attempting to trigger people, especially when you don't know their trauma or what they have faced. Her leaving the house is essentially a grown woman in her 40s throwing a tantrum because the leaders didn't jump to her defense in a situation she started with me. The majority of them know she's dead wrong and had no reason to act that way. And this lady has several issues with several female figures in the house, not just me. Keep in mind, I haven't had any issues with any of the girls in the house as well. She has a history of trying to attack and belittle other trans girls who aren't on her level of womanhood. She has a nasty, elitist attitude and is comically upset that I wouldn't just sit quietly and take verbal abuse. Ultimately, she barked up the wrong tree with me, expecting our overall father and other founders to come out of grieving the tragic passing of one of our members to address a response to you in a beef you started is insane. Screenshots will be included. Keep scrolling. Anyone who knows me knows I can be the sweetest person you ever met or a real evil bitch, depending on how you treat me. I won't ever take disrespect from my actual mother, let alone a ballroom. Please, I will walk out of the house. I imagine I'll always be in with my chin up and my head held high, knowing I stood firm in my respect and what I believe. And to my leaders, kids, brothers, and sisters, if I ever told you I loved you or that I rock with you, believe it. I'm genuine, if nothing else. If this is the end of the ride, I had fun. Until next time, JB's question mark. And this is the same post.
Wait.
Hold on, I gotta go to the other post. Hold
Okay.
on.
See.
Yes, it is 2 minutes ago. This is 2 minutes ago.
Send that to me.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I had to go on mute 'cause I had to wash my face. Okay, I heard the post. Have we are we all commenting on the post or what?
No, we
Share
did a
more
Paris
content. I
post.
just didn't want to keep scrolling up in the chat, so I'm saving it and
Oh,
sending it
okay.
first so I can get it.
Go to her Instagram and say, "Do you got your dick in a jar?" Like I'm talking about taking it there with that bitch, Bigo style, not
Oh.
necessarily coming back on Bigo.
Hmm.
Fuck Carolina Doll.
Okay, sister. Well, as the overall princess, I'm not gonna indulge. I'm not gonna indulge in this,
No,
but
don't indulge, don't indulge, don't indulge.
I want you to but I can't tell no human how to feel, cause bitch, I wasn't in your position when a person made that kind of joke as your overall mother. I don't know what I would have did if somebody did that to me. You feel
Right.
me? So I'm not
That
gonna
ain't my overall
indulge.
mother. My only overall is James. That's my only overall. I do not
Bye.
see Paris. JB's West public statement. Paris is no longer the fucking overall mother of the house. Signed me. I'm dethroning her, bitch. I'm the new overall mother. Now, let's get into it, bitch.
Yeah, so can we
We're
confirm
gonna make that
JB's is still a
status.
West just because she changed her Facebook name? She was
Yes, I'm not going nowhere. And I'm not
girl.
gonna lie, I did think about it for a second, but that was just my harebrained reaction. Like, oh my God, this bitch is supposed to be my overall, and she just told me my motherfucking mama and daddy and was reading me. I was like, oh hell no, I cannot stand for this. But you know how I'm gonna work it? I gotta disrespect this bitch publicly so that everybody knows she ain't my overall mother, and then I'm gonna be good.
Oh,
I just gotta disrespect the bitch back publicly so bitch they know she ain't overall me, and then I'm gonna be good. Yeah.
you a key.
Yeah. We gotta take it to town hall with this bitch because she got her lick. I ain't get my lick yet.
So
That's it, right, Kelly?
Kelly, what
No,
you doing?
hold on. I'm trying to find Paris post. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm trying to find her post. Well, I thought it was in here. Wait, hold on. Yeah,
I
because
got it. I got it. I got it. I
I agree
got it.
with you,
I
Journey.
got it. All right. It says, it is with great sadness I have decided to part ways with the House of West. I've been verbally attacked, threatened, and disrespected by an individual for 3 days straight. I was very patient with allowing them to handle the situation, trusting that something would be done to rectify the situation. Instead, they decided to turn the other cheek. One thing I would never tolerate is disrespect and threats of violence from anyone, not even my blood. To attack who I am as a woman, share my personal information with strangers, and sending threats of violence is a line that I will not allow anyone to cross. To my children and sisters who I share an unbreakable bond with, that will never change. I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow at the North Carolina Awards Ball. Paris.
Hold on, Drake.
Hold
One
on,
second.
Drake.
Hold
One
on. I
second.
I
Hold
have to
on.
say
I have
something.
to say something.
Because y'all know how I am. I do read the comments. I am a comic girl, so I do read. I just have to be honest, and it is nothing against Paris, but y'all love, and this goes back to something that Nikki was saying earlier. Y'all love accountability or transparency or the finger pointing when it's not your girlfriend, but when it's somebody you like or idolize or think they're fab or whatever the case may be, or maybe your friend. You don't want to hold them accountable. I don't have anything against Paris. Me and her have mended a lot of our fences that we have had, but
But
but it's not enough to say she's wrong.
she's
Paris is
wrong.
wrong.
Paris is wrong.
Okay, she had another post. I guess today it says my silences allow others to paint inaccurate pictures of my character. It's easy for the story to stick when you don't have any knowledge outside the little I choose to share. I never get up here and tell my side of the story because to me, silence is golden. I'm not an angel. I have flaws just like everyone else. Anyone that truly knows me know that I don't just go around stirring up shit with people. I hate unnecessary BS. So if I go to hell with someone, 9 times out of 10, they threw the first blow and I finished it up. I get up every day and work with unhoused population people who are living with different health conditions and mental illnesses. Not because it pays me, not because it pays me a lot of money. I do it because that's what makes me happy. Selfish is the last word that should be used to describe me. It's second nature to my nature and to me to nature and care for people. Excuse me, nurture and care for people. But I'm not here to convince anyone of my character or in who I am as a person. It's funny because everyone loves when you're going with the flow, doing what they want you to do. The minute you have a difference in opinion, you're a villain. You're self-centered, you're crazy, you're disingenuous, and a laundry list of other things. A plethora of diagnoses for you, but admitting themselves in the process. All of a sudden, they have all these feelings about you, and it's honestly scary. You sit right beside these people, loving them, caring for them, laughing with them, and one day, one thing can happen, and they ready to bite you. Sorry, it's a little blurry.
I don't want nothing to happen to her. I don't want no fight to happen. But Paris, that was deflection. That girl made a post on her own social media about being happy about herself and about not wanting to, I guess, form to how a lot of other girls do their transition. You took your time to come on that woman's post to vent your frustrations or have your say so about what she was saying. If you didn't agree or you didn't like it or whatever, you could have just moved on. Or before y'all start trading jabs, maybe as an overall mother, you should have called her and talked to her to try to de-escalate it. I'm sorry. Again, I have nothing against Paris. I think she's a beautiful girl, and I don't have a problem with her being an overall mother. The problem is you are not a victim and you are wrong. Period.
I don't got those screenshots. If you want to send them to me, I'll share them, but I don't have those.
Well, so from what I get from the situation was like JB put up a status on her page just like talking about like something like what like girls with bottom surgery or whatever, and then Paris came and
No,
seen the
no,
no, oh,
no,
I don't know,
no.
You
chat.
need
Okay,
that.
okay.
We gonna stop it because if leadership was having a conversation, Paris already said no leadership conversations was happening. Are y'all not reading because y'all want to defend somebody, which is fine. Defend your faith, go to blood for them. But y'all are so hypocritical, it don't make no sense. Yeah, when it comes to the Southeastern Alliance or Marcus or anybody else that you don't like, it's let oh no, they're wrong, they're wrong, they're wrong. You beating your chest to the hill. But when it's somebody that you favor, you don't want them to have accountability. It's not no hate towards that girl. I don't want them to fight. I don't want nothing to happen to her or any of that. And I don't take anything from her character. Somebody can be wrong. We are human beings. Human beings are not right 100% of the time. And this time, she was wrong. Period. She insulted first by talking about that girl's people. Are y'all not reading the same messages? And Jay West, listen, you talking about next topic. Y'all know how Kelly is. Are you contributing to the next topic? Financially, that is. There go Paris right there. She
Okay,
said,
there
let
she
her
go.
up.
Right, I know. I sent it to her because I want her to speak for herself. Miss A, I sent it to her. Hold on, honey. Hold on. Hold on. Paris. Hold on. Here we go. Invite. Hi, Paris.
Hey,
Hello,
Paris.
how is everybody doing tonight?
How are you,
What's
Bree?
going on?
First of all, Amaya, you don't know what happened. So it's crazy to me
Girl, here we go. Of course it's gonna
situation
be me.
and you're being loud and wrong. And
I'm gonna let
I
you speak because
think
I'm gonna be
that you're
respectful.
speaking from a place of bias because
No, I didn't,
you're
because
speaking from a
what
place
I
of
clearly
bias.
said to
Amaya,
hold on,
Amaya,
Paris, hold on.
Amaya,
I'm
let
not
her
gonna
No,
have a
finish.
because
shouting
she
match
said
with
something
you.
wrong. I'm gonna
I'm
correct
not
it.
gonna have a shouting match
What
with
I
you
said
because
was
you
we have
sat up
had
here
our
and you had
own
a whole bunch to
situations,
say
but
about
we have
me,
moved.
like you knew what was going
What?
on because the
No.
people that was
Can
just
I?
talking were actually right, but you just told them they were wrong. They were
Because
right.
I feel you were
There was
wrong.
a
I don't think that's
conversation
anything
going
against your
on about
integrity
post-op
or you as a
women,
person.
and
I
I
just think in this
commented on the
situation
post.
you were
My
wrong.
comment had nothing to do with JB. Let's be clear. So you're loud and wrong, and you
No, no,
don't
no, no,
even
no,
know
no.
what's going on.
Paris, we're gonna
My
stop because I'm
comment
not trying
had
to take it there,
absolutely
Paris.
nothing to do
I
with
said
Amaya,
whatever was said
JB.
about
Amaya.
you, Paris.
When I
Let it go.
initially commented on that post, I added my sister Mackenzie. I didn't even address JB's until she tagged me with a paragraph. That
I
is
read
when
them all.
JB's and I started having a
I read
back
them
and
all, and I
forth.
feel like you were wrong.
And
That's it. That's just my feeling.
before it even escalated, I continuously said, JB's, if you're happy with what you are, then
You
why
said
not
that.
just exist in that space?
You
That is
did say that.
literally what I
You
said
did
to
say that.
her
I would agree with you. You did
over
say
Amaya.
that.
and over. I'm gonna let you talk because you seem to have
No,
all
no,
the
no, no, no. I
answers.
disagree with you. I said no. You did
Your
say
name
that.
is
I agree
Paris,
with
and
you.
you're sitting up here speaking so heavily on what I was doing and how I was wrong. You don't know
Because
what you're
I have a
talking
right.
about.
I'm an adult. I can feel how the fuck I want to feel.
You can.
But don't say because of no past that I feel
What is
like
this
that. Because what
emotional?
I said
Why are
before
you
I
so
said you were
hyped?
wrong, and before I
Why
said
are
you
you
were
so
wrong,
hyped?
I said it doesn't take away from your
Why
integrity.
are you so
It doesn't
hyped?
take
And
away
why
from
are we
any of
talking
that.
about how
I
people
can
feel
feel
about
how I
me
want to feel because I'm
and
grown.
my
The same way
appearance
you
and
can.
how people feel about? Why is that even a topic of discussion?
Because
Why?
it's my go ahead. I'm gonna go mute. I want to get into it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why? Why are you so opinionated with why? Why are you so opinionated about me?
Because it's
You got the
my show,
strongest
so that's what
opinion
they
on this
ask for.
live.
They pay for an opinion. That's what they do. It's my
Okay,
show.
well, girl, get paid for your opinion, girl.
So you know, you asked a question, so I gave you an answer.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay,
Paris.
Paris, can you give us more
No, I want
insight on like
Amaya to
how
please
this?
finish up her
No, I'm
whole
good.
like.
I'm good. I'm good. I
Please
said what I
finish
said.
up
You're wrong.
all that
You're wrong
riffraff
to
that she
me.
was just giving
You're wrong
prior
to
to
me.
me
I don't.
being
It doesn't
on the
take away
line.
from your
Well,
integrity
that's
or
you,
anything that you
Amaya.
do. I think you're a
That's
beautiful
you,
girl.
and
I
that's
think that you're a
your
really smart
opinion.
girl. I think that you're
That's
a really
you,
nice
and
girl.
that's
I
your
just think in that
opinion.
situation,
But
you were wrong.
anybody that
That's it.
truly knows me knows that I do not go around just starting shit with other motherfucking girls,
I,
okay?
I did.
So
You
that's
never even
here nor
heard. Did you hear me
there.
once when
That
you were
is not
listening?
of
Did
my
you hear me
character,
once
and
say
that's not
you
something
started
I
something
go
with her?
around doing.
Did you hear me once say you started something with her? Did you hear me say
You
that?
did. Yes, you
I did
did.
not.
You did. You implied that I was wrong. So what does that
No, no, no.
mean?
I didn't imply that you were wrong. I said you were wrong, but I never said you started anything. Don't put words in my
Okay.
mouth because I didn't say that.
Okay. Okay. You're right.
uh, Okay, so can we get insight on how this, like, how it actually started? Like, what is how did all this start?
Let's just back up a little bit. I've seen that girl make all kinds of snide posts about post-op women, how post-op women think, how post-op women feel. Post-op thinks they're this. I have this elitist attitude because I'm post-op. I have sisters that aren't post-op. I don't think every woman should be post-op. Let's go on the record and say that. That is not everybody's story and that is not everybody's fucking pathway. Anybody that truly knows me knows that I support girls in every space that they're at, baby. I don't encourage nobody to do nothing to themselves that they don't want to fucking do. But what I'm not going to do is allow anyone to discredit what I'm doing because we don't walk on the same pathway. And that was literally what I was doing that day. So I responded to my sister Mackenzie's comment on what she said under a post. She followed up with a paragraph tagging me saying this wasn't about that and this wasn't about that. And I also, on that same post, said that my opinion stemmed from different things that I have witnessed her say in the past, coupled with today. That whole post stemmed from some shit that this other girl said on her page that I had absolutely nothing about. with that girl just talking shit about her fucking father, okay? I didn't even know her father was deceased. I would have never said that to that girl. What I said to her was in regard to some shit she posted a couple days prior to clear the fucking record up. She said that she can't pick up the phone and call her mom or her dad. So I just assumed, me not knowing her or not knowing too much shit about her, that her daddy was one of the felt the same way her fucking mom did, which is pretty fucking obvious. That is where my opinion came from. Plain and simple. And I didn't talk shit about her. That was literally the only thing that I said in regards to her father.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know, what was going on. All of the stuff was just said to me. I'm just trying to, get to the bottom of this. Like, this is like, it's really crazy.
It's crazy, but people also, again, and I say this, and this is whether it's Paris or me or Kelly or anybody else. So again, like I said, no human is perfect. Do I think that this is a knock towards Paris' integrity? Is it a knock towards her philanthropy work or her work in the agency? Absolutely not, because I think Paris is an absolutely amazing person. I said that no matter what things that me and her have had in the past, I do not think negative of that woman. But at the end of the day, Kelly is my best friend. Monique is, and Nikki is. When they do something or say something that I feel is wrong, I say the exact same thing. It has nothing to do with a past. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm feeling some kind of way, because I don't feel any kind of way towards you, Paris. I do not. I do not. But do I have a right as an adult to feel that something is right or wrong? I do. And it's not going to change the fact of anything by getting on the mountaintop with a Bible, and I'm still going to think you're wrong. I'm still going to think that you are a
Not
decent
about
person.
type
But
with a
that is my
Bible. I'm
opinion.
just coming to
It's
speak
things
my
that I do
truth.
that you might think is wrong, or that I
And
might say
no
is wrong.
matter
And that's
how these girls feel about it or how they feel, all these trolls and all this extra shit,
oh, I
I
wasn't
know
trolling.
what I meant and I know how I felt in that moment. I've
So
never
let me
put that
can
girl
I
down. I don't know
let me
where
ask
all
you a
this stuff
question,
come
Paris. Let
from.
me ask you a
Trying
question,
to paint
Paris.
this picture like I'm steady
No, can I?
arguing with girls and I'm always
Can I,
starting
I,
shit
I
with
and I wouldn't
girls.
paint that picture of you because that's not who you are, and I will say that that's not who you are. But what I will ask you is this: okay, you saw her post, because this was my
Oh,
argument from the beginning. You saw her post, and you commented. If you felt like the post was maybe a slight towards
listen,
post-op women,
I'm about to put you
or
out.
maybe a conversation, because I didn't see the post that way, but maybe
No.
you did, and that's my right. But my thing is this: if you felt like the post was going, but even has the attempt, because everybody knows how JB is, even the attempt to go the wrong way, why just not keep scrolling? Why comment on it?
Because it's a public forum and I chose to comment.
And so
And this is
then,
not the first,
okay,
this is not the,
you
and
want to be
again, and
nasty, and
I
I'm
will
not.
also say this is not the first time her and I has had a back and forth when I've peeped her saying disparaging things about different types of trans women. This is not the first time. This is the first time it went to hell, but this is not the first time her and I has had this type of exchange about these type of topics. And this is not something that's singular to her that I just decided to pick out with her. So let's just back the fuck up, because I don't know her like that to be trying to just pick with her out the fucking blue. If anybody knows me, knows how I give it up, I do this with every post like this that I come across and see with my own eyes. I don't give a fuck
Okay,
who it is. I
okay.
always do this. Anytime I see these type of posts, I always comment on them and we have a healthy exchange about how I feel and how they feel. Sometimes there's a resolve reached and sometimes there isn't. But this was not
Okay.
something singular to her that I just decided to pick with her that day.
I don't.
Let's cut
And
this.
again, words matter. I never. Once again, because I said you were wrong. I never said you started it. I never said that you were picking at her. I never said that you were coming out of your box. Because no matter how that you think that I personally feel, I don't feel that way about you, because I know that's not who you are. So I'm not going. I'm not. One thing about me, I'm not going to lie just to cover something up for myself. Do I think you're wrong? Yes, but do I think that you started something or picked at a kitten? No, I do not.
But how could you say that in the same sentence, Amaya? You don't
Because
think
I
you
because I
like
because your for me your words
that
were
that
wrong.
doesn't
That's the
that
period
doesn't
point
even
blank. I don't think that you
align.
picked
Like
at
it
her
doesn't
by saying like,
align.
oh, I'm about to go be nasty
How
to this
was
particular
I
girl.
wrong? when I wasn't even initially speaking to her.
Because
I
this
made
is
a
going
comment in regards to something someone else said under her post, and she tagged me.
as an
So
as
how
an
can
adult
I
as
respond?
an adult Paris, I'm
My
going to just
my
say
my
this. Just
comment
so
in
this won't
response
go
to
further.
what Mackenzie said, my
Just so this
comment
won't
and
go
my
even
response
further,
to
I'm going to
what
just say we
Mackenzie
agree to
said
disagree
had
and move on.
absolutely
We
nothing
just
to do
agree to
with her in
disagree and move
particular.
on. We just agree to disagree and move
I
on so
did
it won't get
I
anything bigger.
it baby, I did not tag her and say anything to her. I responded to
Paris,
what
I,
someone said in their
and I hear
post.
you. And Paris, I'm saying just for me and
She
your exchange,
tagged me with a
for me and your
paragraph
exchange, I'm going to just say we agree
after
to
my
disagree
comment to
and move on.
someone else.
Okay, Drake.
Cause girl, the
Hello,
fuck.
Drake. Um,
Yes, I'm
hello,
here.
Drake.
I'm here. I'm
Drake,
here. I'm here.
can you get the initial post so we can get the comments from the initial post?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, pull them all up. Let's start at the very top.
Oh shit! If I dropped you down by accident, get back in the queue. I'm sorry.
Kelly, do me a favor. I'm not my phone. Text me when y'all on the next topic for me, please.
Mhm.
Okay. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. So this was the original post. JB says, "I feel like I'm a part of a rare, separate group of trans girls that's genuinely okay, happy, and content with being trans." I seen a comment that said, "I don't slide down the wall crying, wishing I was
Hello.
fish,"
Hello.
and that was so real. Stuck in the middle with the best of both worlds. I am who I am.
I'm here.
And
I'm
then
here.
Mackenzie said, "Now, why
Mm-hmm.
it got to be slide?
Mm-hmm.
Why it got to be sliding down the wall? I ain't never in my life, in my country feminine life, slid down the wall." And then Carolina Doll said, "I noticed the ladies that don't want to be post kind of categorize the post girls as being all these different things versus just being what they claim so happy to be. You don't have to yuck a bitch young to live for yourself." And then JB says, at Carolina Doll, this is not about your pre or post op. This was not about pre or post op girls. This, like, what even are you saying? This is a post about self love and being comfortable with who you are. Nobody is yucking y'all. Mackenzie said, mind you, post the pre, I think we all the same and have to do work to get rid of shame. And that's what JB's is saying from what I understood. Again, JB said, I don't understand what you're saying, my love. Otherwise, I wouldn't have asked. In case you haven't realized, I don't beat around the bush much at all. Wishing I was fishman. I don't personally despise being trans or wish to be something I could never be, a biological woman. I posted this after I saw Stephanie McLeod's post and all the fish attacking her saying she wants to be them. So again, what are you even saying? I don't think post op girls are yuck at all. If that's what you inferred from this post, allow me to tell you that you're wrong and I don't feel that way at all. Also, though I am happy to be me, I have a huge public platform if I want to say something for good. And I can see that. Carolina Law says, you understood what I was saying, my love. What does wishing your fish even mean? Is the implications for me. Again, if you're so happy, why not just be that? Um, Carolina Doll also said that's not what I gather from it. In my opinion, it's based off several observations from her and others, not just this post. I just spoke on all of it at once. Oh, and that's what she was responding. What I just read. Um, sorry, I'm trying to read. I guess Stephanie McLeod said, wait, who doesn't want an SRS? Laugh my ass off. Why do people associate somebody who is happily a transgender woman with them not wanting to have an SRS? Who's young, got yuck? I'm so lost here. JB's then said she wasn't talking about you. I don't think she's aware of the whole debate that's been going on your page these last few days since the reply. I think we all confused a little bit. It's the pay. And then Carolina Doll says, I don't either, which is what led to today's response. Baby, please affirm yourself and others. Some statements that has been made by you completely contradicts what you typed above. Yuck, my young isn't saying you think all post-op girls are you, but I digress because I don't have the energy to explore that with you right now. I think you do a lot of projecting beautiful. However, it's so honorable that you wear your trans cape for all the rare trans dolls like yourself out there. Uh, and then she replied to Stephanie saying, I don't even know you love. I was talking to the author of the post. What the hell? Um, JB says, you don't know me like that. So what you think I project isn't a concern of mine, to be honest. I only asked to get clarity on your point, which it seems you don't really have beautiful things for the honors. I guess I'll wear the cape because everyone doesn't have the self love to do so. Um, Then Stephanie responded to Carolina Doll, but then Carolina Doll says, I never cared to know you like that. So let's be clear on that as well. And I get it. It's cold out here, so tough skin is the must when you're being looked at as something outside of what the wig you're wearing, no matter what. It isn't a choice for some, as it may be. I can't see. JB's response to that was, I didn't start transitioning in 1967, so I know things were probably different back then for the girls, but I'm a girl at my time. And like I said, I'm happy to be who I am as I am. It's not cold out here for me at all, boo. I just moved to Texas. I'm not sure why we uplifted trans girls got under your wig, but to be honest, I don't care either. Cry about it. It doesn't matter how people view us. We're both trans. Have a great day. This conversation is over. And then Carolina Doll's response was, move to Texas because you have no sense of belonging. Estranged mother and father, who might I add, loves me and supports my trans ass. What you said it wasn't uplifting at all. It was actually quite divisive. But I digress. You understand that if you had a 1967 education, something many of you lack these days, I'm done going back and forth with someone who probably can't write their name in cursive. Child. And then JB's response was, speaking on my mother or father will get your ass whooped, period. Those are fighting words, so let's be mindful of that because all dead slap the shit out of you on site. Wait, and wait on the feedback from whoever. Secondly, if your mother and father supported you, you wouldn't be filled to the brim with bad silicone. Raise the money from that surgery and get from under my post, old lady. Get crazy, get bugged. Let's fuck it up.
Wow. Mm.
Hold on, Pierce.
So
Hold on 1 second, Kelly. And Pierce, before you comment, because this is not me speaking to you, it's speaking to me to other people. I've had at least 7 different Wests since I've been on mute talking about how y'all feel Paris is wrong and I'm not wrong. This and the other. It's not about a right and wrong between me and Paris, but I'm going to say this: whether she's coming back to your house or not, if y'all have situations or conversations where y'all think that y'all want to hold her accountable or tell her how you feel, tell her how you feel and not my motherfucking inbox.
okay, so my question is,
Girl, I'm not gonna
as
argue
the
with no
overall
bitch.
mother, do you think that you
Tell
could
her
have
to the
hit her
kids
up
out.
or you could have hit her up on the back end and tried to have that conversation?
No, I didn't necessarily think it was going to go there because, again, I have had these debates with her in the past on these type of topics. So I didn't feel like it was nothing that I need to pull up and personally speak to her about.
Can I ask you a question about why people keep saying that so one of your house members said they feel like you were wrong because they said that you've get into it with girls before. They said that you had some exchange with Mia. I don't know what that's
Yes.
about. But they said somebody just said one of your house members just texted and said that this is common for you because you had some same conversation with Mia. I don't
That was
know. I don't
something
know about it.
that happened behind closed doors, and it
Yeah,
was
I'm
over.
saying
Yes,
I don't know about it. I'm not. I don't
yes,
know
I
about it. They
did
just
have
told
an
me.
exchange with Mia, and me and Mia have since made up.
Okay.
And that was something that happened in a private text. So there's no need for me to address that here.
No, I'm not saying address it here. No,
Why you
I didn't ask you
hit?
to,
Why you
but
hit
this is
period
what they're
then?
giving.
He
And
said,
these your members. These are not my girlfriends or nothing.
why
So
she hit? Why she hit at all?
who?
To tell my
Paris.
side of the story, Monique. That's why I'm
Oh, to
here.
tell her side of the story.
But
Why?
that's
What's
the
wrong,
only
Monique?
that's the only side of the
But this
story
this has nothing to
that
do
we've
with
been
me. But
hearing
my side of the
occurring.
story has absolutely nothing to do with Mia. So what are you talking about?
Oh no, they brought that to me. I didn't know about it. Of course, I'm not in your
Because
house. So
they
I didn't
actually
know.
tells
It
the
has
type of
nothing
person
to
that you
do with
are.
Mia.
What you
I'm not
did,
up
what
here
you
to talk
said to
about
Mia,
Mia.
what you said to Mia was
But
equivalent
I'm
to
not
what you
up here
said
to
to
talk about
JB.
Mia,
But
Monique.
it's equivalent. It's equivalent to what
No,
you
it's
said to
not
JB.
equivalent. It's
With you
not.
being an overall mother,
It's
you
not
said both of
equivalent
them
because
were
you
big
don't even know the
men.
conversation, Monique. So
You
how would
said,
you know
I
if it's
do know the
equivalent?
conversation. I know
You
the
don't. You weren't in
conversation.
the.
Yes, I
How would you know if
do.
you weren't in the text?
Because I saw it.
Nobody you even. Well, who did you
I'm
see
a
it from?
mother. I'm a mother that don't need
You
a
can see
title.
that, but you weren't
Yeah,
in the
I'm a mother that
conversation.
don't need a title. That's how I know. You called both of them big men. Did you or did you not?
Throughout the conversation, yes, I did.
Exactly. So how are your kids going to look at you if they feel like on the back of their mind you feel like if you're not small and petite, you're a big man? That is nobody's overall mother,
Well,
sweetheart.
that came out of your mouth, not mine. And
What?
what I
What?
said
No,
was
no. I'm just letting you know
what you just
how
said
people
came
would
out of your
feel
mouth, not
with you
mine.
putting off that
And
type
my
of
response
persona.
was
But you did
my
that from day
response.
one.
I'm not
This
going to
goes
yell
all
over
the way
you.
back to Asia, baby.
I'm not going to yell over you.
You have this I'm the only girl syndrome and I gotta be the top girl. That's how
Monique,
you
you don't
are.
even know me
That's
to
how
have
you
all these.
are. It
You don't
don't take
even
a
know
rocket
me.
scientist to know. It don't
You
take a
don't
rocket
even know
scientist to know
me.
this.
For you to be so strongly
It don't take
opinionated
a rocket
and
scientist to know
yelling,
this, baby.
for you to be yelling at me and have all these strong opinions about me, you don't even know me.
I don't have to know you to know what you said and what you
You don't
did.
know me. You sound really crazy right
I
now
don't
because
have to know
you don't
you.
even
I
know
know you're
me. You
kind.
weren't even present. You weren't
I
present for
know you're
any of
but
this.
I know you're kind. I was
But I
always
get it.
present. I
This
was
is your
always
platform,
present.
and this is
I
where you
was
feel big
always
at.
present. I was
This is
always
your
present.
platform, and this
This
is
is
where you
not my
feel big
platform.
at. So I
This is
get
my
it.
platform. This is my
I
platform right
get
here.
it. I get
This
it.
is
But you
my
were not present
This is
for
my
any of
platform.
this. So
This
all of
is
this
my
from you
platform.
is
This is my
crazy.
platform right here.
You were not
This is my
present for any of
platform.
this.
Yeah, I'm always present.
But Monique, I'm not even gonna sit up here and be messy and tell you how the girls of West feel about you. You're
And
sitting up
guess
here
what?
asking me how the
It
girls
doesn't
feel about
matter.
this.
They feel the
But
same way
Monique,
about you.
the
They
girls
feel the
in your
same way
area
about
don't
you.
even like you.
And they don't like you
They
either.
don't even
But I
like
know
you,
it comes with
Monique.
the territory, though.
Monique, they don't
I
even
know that
like
comes with
you.
the
So for you
territory.
to be this
I know
strongly
that comes
opinionated
with the
like this is
territory.
crazy.
No, it's
Because the
really
girls
not.
of West, they don't
It's
even like you.
it's not. They don't
They don't
have
even
to,
like
because
you,
the girl
Monique.
they don't
So you
have
sound
to.
crazy speaking up on their
They don't
behalf
have
because
to
they don't
like
even
me.
fuck with you.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
They don't even fuck with you.
Their loyalty and mine doesn't have to be the same.
Monique, you're
I
speaking on how
understand,
the
because
girls
believe it or
feel.
not, I
You're speaking
understand
on
more
how
than you
the
think I
girls
do.
could possibly feel, and I'm telling you how they actually feel. They don't fuck with you. So
They
you
don't fuck
sound
with you
crazy right
either.
now.
They don't fuck with you
Okay.
either.
Okay.
They don't fuck with you either.
I have an inbox and text
You think
messages saying something totally different.
you think you telling me something I don't know, but
No,
I still know
well,
how to
yeah,
conduct
I'm
myself
sure
while
you
in
do
that role.
know.
You're in that
Monique,
role.
I'm sure you do know.
You're
But if
in
you were
that
the overall
role.
mother, Monique, then you would have been the overall mother before me. If
I
that was the
was.
case.
I
No,
was.
you weren't. You
I
were never
was.
overall mother
I
West.
was.
You were never overall mother
Because
West.
I chose not to be.
Monique, you were never overall mother West.
Because I chose not to
You
be.
were
And
never
when you
overall
bullied them,
mother West.
into getting
Monique,
Asia out the
you were
way so you
never
can come
overall
in,
mother West.
when you bullied them to get Asia, when you in Africa work that set to get Asia
Bully
out the
them.
way, bitch, I was always down with you, girl.
I'm gonna let you
I
have
was
your piece
always
because I'm gonna
down
say
with you
mine.
because
A lot of y'all
it
count on
all
me
boils
being
down to that
quiet.
only girl
I'm
syndrome
not a
that you
part of
have.
any executive board in the House of West. I'm not a part of any
That
decision
only
making.
girl syndrome you had.
So
She didn't
Monique
want
is
to
just
sit
talking
underneath
right
of
now.
anybody. She didn't
Don't
want to
drink the
sit underneath
Kool-Aid,
anybody.
okay?
She can't be
Monique is just
underneath of any of the
talking
femme queens.
because
She really did. She definitely couldn't
I
be
don't make
underneath of
none of the
Asia. So
decisions.
she didn't want to be underneath nobody.
I
So
don't
she
make
left.
none of the decisions when
She
it comes to
left.
the House of West.
She
I
left.
don't pick
She
nobody
left.
out.
She left the house
I'm not a
because
part
Asia
of
was the
no
overall
panels
mother and said she
when they
wouldn't be
kick
back.
people
And they
out
still
and
let
they
her
do
come
all of
back
that.
anyway.
I don't
And
do
then
all
y'all
that.
wonder why she's
I
here
don't get into
having a
all
fit
that.
about it when
So
she could be
I
somewhere
don't get
talking
into
to
all
her
that stuff.
kids.
I have no
Girl,
issues with
girl, you
Asia.
could have been. You
Y'all
should have
like to
been
paint
talking to
these
your kid.
pictures. and come up with these narratives. I don't have no issues with Asia. That has never came out of my mouth. So
You had
let's
an
go on
issue
the
with her being
record
the overall
saying
mother.
that. I had no
Yes,
issues with
yes,
that.
you did. Well, why did you
I had
leave
no,
the first
how are you
time?
gonna tell me how I
Why did
felt?
you leave? Why did you
You
leave?
sound crazy.
Why did you leave, Paris?
Paris,
Monique, you sound
hold
crazy.
on
I'm
one
done
second,
talking
Ask
to
her
Monique.
you.
why she.
Hold on
Does
one
See, she
second.
anybody
won't
else have
answer
any
me.
Hold
questions?
on,
Because
See,
she's
she
hold
won't
on,
talking
hold
out
on
the
answer
one
ass
me.
second,
of
y'all.
peanut
See,
gallery.
she
Hold on
won't
one
She don't
answer
even
second,
know what
me.
she's
y'all.
talking
See,
Can
about.
she
y'all
won't.
hold on
You
one
can
I'm
go
done
second,
back
talking
and
to
please?
ask
her.
her why
Hold
Does
she
on
left the
one
anybody
first
else have
second,
time.
any
y'all. Hold on
questions?
one second, please. Please.
I'm done talking to her.
I know I'm just listening to this conversation. I'm listening y'all back and forth. I was on mute. But Paris, I want to ask this question because I know you're a smart girl. If Monique has not been in y'all house in a while, and you say the girls really don't fuck with her like that, which I believe, all of these things that are, I guess, in-house conversations or that people are having around you, do you not think that some of these conversations are people that you hanging around that do fuck with you?
Oh, listen, baby, I done been in ballroom for 20 whole years. This is my 20th year in ballroom. I am very well aware of what the girls do, what they say, how they come. This is not my first time being an overall mother.
No, it's not.
So I'm well aware of how the girls feel, how the girls flip, how the girls act once you leave. All the girls that loved you no longer. I'm well aware of that. So no, I'm not sitting up here saying like none of it applies to me. But what I'm letting her know is that I know that these girls that she's trying to speak on the behalf of and be the superhero for don't fuck with her. I
Let
know
me
this
know
for
when
a
I
fact.
can speak, y'all. Let me know
We're,
when I
Go
can
we're
ahead.
speak.
only
No,
we're
go
going
ahead,
off
Monique. Go ahead. Go
assumption.
ahead.
She's assuming all this stuff, saying somebody was all of this, and the girls is not cunt because they're
A
not
lot of
this and
these
that.
conversations are
That
had
never
by your
came
house
out of my
members is
mouth.
what I'm kind of getting at. But go ahead, Monique.
So the whole reason why I'm here is this, right? For her to be an overall mother and the way things was happening, I just felt like it was just a mess. And I've always felt like as a person, I've always liked her. But as an overall mother, I
You didn't,
don't.
Monique. No,
Because
you didn't. You
she's
didn't like
she's
me. You didn't like me because when I hit you up to come down to North Carolina in support of my icon status, girl, you read my inbox and paid it. I have
so that
tried
means
many
I
a
so that
times
means that I
to
didn't
try
like
to
you.
bridge. I've tried many a time to try to bridge the
So that means
communication
that I
gap with
didn't.
you.
These
I've
these three
tried
girls up here, have
because
either
I'm a
three of y'all
girl's
ever heard me say
girl.
that I didn't like
But what
her?
I'm not gonna
Like
do is run
just in
behind
close.
somebody, girl. I'm not doing that with you.
So
Can I?
so what
So
what this feel like what this feels like to me is right. Okay, Anthony and James wanted Asia as overall mother.
Here she go.
They got rid of hold on. They got rid of
But what I'm
Anthony.
leaving out of the
Hold on. Let me
conversation
finish. Let me
is
finish. Let me
I
finish.
had
Let
the
me finish.
talks of being an overall mother before this house came off the motherfucking ground. Let's really go ahead and lay the record straight.
All
Because I get
oh,
so
right.
I
sick
don't
We
know
of these
nothing
here.
girls
about
painting
that.
these fucking
We
narratives and telling
here.
all these
I don't
fucking
know.
stories.
I don't.
This
I've never
started,
heard that.
I'm,
We
I've
I'm not
never
here.
here
heard
because
that.
Bring
again,
up
Monique,
West,
you weren't
Kelly.
there. You weren't
I've
there.
never
So
heard that.
again,
I've never
you
heard
wouldn't
that.
have heard it because you weren't
I've
present.
never heard that.
You wasn't
I've never
present,
heard that.
Monique, so you wouldn't have heard it. So
Okay.
again, these girls were not the first choice to be the overall mother of the House of West.
What difference do
I
it make
will
what
say
choice
that.
somebody was?
Monique,
That's
you
your
were not the
fucking
first
problem.
choice.
That is your
You were
problem.
not the
What
first
fucking difference do
choice.
it make whose choice
You
it
were not the
was?
first
What
choice.
difference does it
Asia
make?
was not
What
the
difference does it
first
make?
choice.
What
You
difference
were
does it
not the
make?
first choice.
And you
Matter
still
of
not
fact,
there. And you're
y'all were like
still not
3 and
there.
4
And you're
on
still
the
not
list.
there. And you are
Let's
still
Akari,
be
not there.
real.
You are
Akari
still
was number
not,
Y'all were
and
one.
you're
not
still not
even up.
there.
Akari was number one.
And
Monique,
you are
you were
still
not up
not
for
there.
discussion, first of
You are
all,
still not there. You the one that think it matter what
because I left.
in what state you got to who
I
was the
left,
first choice or
boo.
not.
That's why I'm
You
not
have the
there.
only girl
That's
syndrome.
why I'm not
You have the
there.
only girl syndrome, not
That is
me.
why I'm
Not
not
me.
there.
That's why I don't ask I don't
Monique,
need that shit.
you're
Like I don't need
projecting,
that.
boo. You're
I don't need
projecting.
any of that.
You're
I
pro-
don't need any of that.
I never said you did.
I don't so you talking
You're
about who's first,
projecting,
second, third
Monique.
choice? What
Tati,
difference do
Monique,
it
you're
make?
projecting. You're
Tati was
What
the
difference
first
does
projecting.
it
choice.
make?
Hello,
You're
they
What
said
difference
Tati
projecting.
does
was
it
the.
make?
I
They
never
said
said
Yeah.
that.
Tati was
Hello.
the first
Yeah,
choice. They
Tati
said
was
Hello.
Tati
actually
was
what
the
I'm
first
difference does it
Kelly.
choice.
This
make?
is Africa.
That's
Can
your
you mute Paris and
subconscious
Monique?
speaking,
Mute both of
baby.
them.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on, Paris. You muted, Paris. Hold on, Paris and Monique, y'all muted. Go ahead, Africa.
Okay, because I literally I'm just like waking up because bitch a bitch is tired. Um and I'm hearing Monique up here lying with all these stories because I don't know where she's getting her stories from. So I literally, hold on real quick because bitch I ain't got no shirt on. Turn this motherfucking camera on really quickly. Turn this camera on because okay, flip the camera then. So just real quick because I need my phone because I'm receipt driven. I screenshot everything. I don't delete shit out of my phone. And all my texts are big as fuck. Okay, so can y'all? Okay, yeah. So again, I just created a check. Group chat. James, Pork Chop, Stephen, Keyshawn, some of the executive board. I say, hey y'all, just to let y'all know, Monique is up here basically lying, and I'm about to go up here and clear it. Everybody came and said, yes, I can. James came through. Can they see? Okay, y'all see this? Just to let y'all know, James said he's about to come up here. I said, I don't know, because this narrative of bullying Asia out of the house so Paris can have the position, that's a lie. Let's be very clear. When we started the house, and I asked Paris in 2017 to leave Revlon because I wanted to start a house with James. And James told me no. That was nipped then. When Paris did not come with me over to the House of West when we originally started, her being the overall mother was not an option at the first. Amaya, you're in the background telling me Kari was first. No, the first fucking person that The told us
first
no
one
that
was
they didn't want to
Tati.
be. The first person that told us no that they didn't want to be the overall mother was Tati. You said Akari was Akari was never in the talks about being the overall mother love. Let me be very clear. I went to James with this. With this,
I'm not gonna
I went
hear
to
my
James with
sources,
the idea
but
of starting this house. So just to show you, this is
I'm
the
gonna tell
text.
you,
So
Africa.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
tell
you.
sister. I'm gonna tell you the same thing that
You
I
can
told
turn
your
the
mother.
camera off
A
now,
lot of
and I'll let you
all
know.
of these. I'm not in your house conversations. I don't really talk to the people around your house like that. All of these messages are coming from West. Same thing I just told her. All of these conversations are coming from inside the House of West. My inbox is from the House of West. It's only 2 or 3 West people I have saved in my phone. You, Africa, James, and Anthony. I don't really talk to a lot of people in your house. Like, these people are coming and commenting on my Facebook Messenger house. It's not me.
Girl.
Well, hold on. Let me unmute them. Let me unmute
Hold
them.
on, girl. Ooh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. Hello.
You unmute.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
unmute.
unmuted,
Everybody's
Monique.
unmuted.
Yeah, the same way you reading text, it's text right here. Everybody in this motherfucker, everybody on here know that Africa gonna get up here and speak up for Paris. That's what she's supposed to do. That's her mother. But bitch, everybody motherfucker. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this right here. You the overall mother of the house. A board member of your house dies, and you somewhere having a
Unmute
fit because
me.
you got into an argument.
You unmuted.
Unmute me.
You
You got into
unmuted.
an argument.
You
Somebody died.
unmuted.
Unmute me.
You unmuted.
You unmuted,
Okay.
Paris. And don't say nobody fucks with him because this is about you, mother. This is
I'm
not about
listening.
how they feel about him.
I'm
I'm talking
listening.
about you.
Get to
Miss
it,
20
Monique.
years in the
I'm listening.
game. Miss 20 years in the game. I'm talking about you as a mother. One of your members, this is your queendom. You're the top. You're the top lady. Somebody
Okay.
died and you having a fit about a bitch calling you, a bitch saying, y'all arguing about trans shit. You couldn't put that on the back burner so this man got in his grave. You calling everybody phone, wanting everybody in an uproar about you like you always do. You are not the only motherfucking girl. You are not.
Monique, you don't
That
even
is
know
why
me.
I'm here because that was
You
so
don't even
intrusive.
know me.
It was so I don't
You
have
look
to know you
so
to know what you
crazy right now
did.
because you
I
don't
know what
even
you
know
it was what
me.
you did. It don't matter who you
You
are.
don't even
It's what
know
you did.
me.
Did
For
I
you to
lie?
say what I always do
Did
and
I
you don't
lie?
know me,
I
you
know that
don't
you
know
get a
me.
Revlon from your daughter. Your daughter that's
You
sitting
don't
up
know
there.
me.
Your daughter that's sitting up there to talk shit about you, that buy you
You
the
don't
fake
know
bag.
me.
Her. That's who I'm talking about.
Monique,
That's who
me
I'm
and
talking
Africa
about.
have fallen out in the past, so
Your tired, fake ass motherfucking
her
daughter.
saying
That's who
something
I'm talking
about
about.
me during the times
That's
that
what
we
I'm
have
talking about.
fallen
All
out
you bitches
does
are
not
fake.
faze me.
All you bitches are fake. Every last one of y'all, all y'all hoes is fake. So you ain't doing nothing about telling me nobody motherfucking fake. But bitch,
So
anything I know
can y'all
about
hear
you, it
me?
came from your motherfucking daughter.
Yeah, we
Anything that
hear.
I know about
Okay,
you
so
came
well,
from
Monique,
Africa.
So okay, let's
And
talk about it.
no,
So
bitch,
so
fuck you. Don't say
let's
nothing
talk.
to me,
So
bitch.
what did
Fuck
I
you.
tell you about
Fuck
Paris
you.
Love?
Oh,
Fuck
Since
you,
we
bitch.
dropping
Fuck
tea,
you.
because
Fuck
you
you,
talk shit to
bitch.
me about
Fuck
James. So
you,
what
bitch.
exactly are you talking
Fuck
about?
you.
oh,
Fuck you.
What
oh.
Fuck
exactly are
you,
you
bitch.
talking about,
Fuck
love?
James
I
is
wasn't
in
you,
the
gonna
So
bitch.
please,
start it like
Kelly.
so
that.
break
James
this
in the
the fuck
queue.
down.
I wasn't gonna
If
start
Hold
it
I
like
on.
talk
that.
shit about Paris,
Is
then you should
James in
know
the
Fuck
some
queue?
personal shit about Paris, baby.
you.
Tell Paris on this phone right
Kelly.
now on this live
Fuck
what
you.
the fuck
Fuck
did
you.
I
Fuck
say about
you.
her?
Fuck you.
And I
Yes,
got more shit that I
Fuck
because
can
you
you.
say
can't.
too, but it's
Cause
Fuck
not
the
you.
really
fuck you
different.
cannot.
Fuck you.
I didn't come
You
up here
mad
to
I
talk
And
about
can't.
that.
if you want to
You
talk
mad
about
I
it,
can't.
let's talk about when
I
BJ
can't.
attacked me in fucking Baltimore, and you were one of the people calling me, giving me BJ fucking government when I was pregnant.
Here's a mother. Where's the receipt?
Cut
Where's
it
the
out.
receipt? Where's the receipt? Don't you keep receipts? Where's the receipt, Miss Receipt?
Yeah. So let's talk about that. When you was calling my
Where's
phone,
the
daughter, you
receipt?
okay?
Where's
Daughter,
the
you okay?
receipt?
Girl, please. So again,
Where is
tell
the
Paris in front of everybody right now the personal shit that I've talked about
Where's
her.
the receipts? Where are the
Tell me
receipts?
something
You
personal about me.
Where's the receipts?
Tell me something personal about
I'm
me.
sorry, y'all.
Where are the receipts? Her receipt
Tell me
first.
something
Her
personal
receipt.
about me.
Her receipt. Her receipt.
Tell me something personal about
Her
me.
receipt. Her receipt. Where's the receipt?
Tell me something. Tell
Where's the
in
receipt?
front of everybody. Tell
Where's
me
the
some of
receipt?
my personal business.
Where's the Paris? Let me explain something to you real quick. Bitch, I know you too baller. I know you too baller.
Tell me some of my
I
personal
don't know
business.
you
You
personally.
know
Jesus
me
And
so
I
Christ.
don't give
well,
a fuck
Monique.
about you
You
personally.
know me
I don't
so
give a fuck
well.
about you. I don't give a fuck
Please
about
tell
you
me some of my
personally.
personal
I don't know.
business.
I don't, bitch. I don't know you personally,
You
but
Y'all,
I
know
run
me
know how
Amaya
so
you
up,
were.
y'all.
well.
Run Amaya
I
up.
know
Kelly,
how
is
Run.
you
James in
are.
the
I know how
queue?
you were the
Hold on.
Revlon. I know how
Who?
you were overall mother Revlon.
James.
A few people told me. A few people
Monique,
said
you
it.
don't
Y'all
know
act
Hold
like
on.
me.
people don't talk.
You don't know me.
What
Like
page
y'all
is
act
James
like
on?
people. Y'all act like people don't talk.
Girl.
Y'all act like. Well,
It
let me
says
say this. I'm gonna
King.
say this because this will be a constant. This will be a constant, ongoing thing with me and you.
No, it
You won't
won't
be the.
because I
You
don't think
won't be.
about you, Monique.
You won't be.
The way you
But
just
you
sat
know
up
when you
here
want
and
to
say
think
all
about
of this
me.
stuff
You
about
know when
me,
you
I
are
don't
going to
think
think
about you
about
like
me.
that.
You know when you
I
are
don't
going to
think
think
about
about
you.
me when you
I
don't get
don't.
back in that spot.
I don't think
When you
about
don't
you.
get back in that spot. When you don't get back
I
in that
don't think
spot.
about you.
That's
What
when you're going
spot?
to think
I'm not
about me.
a spot that I left.
That's when you're going to think about me. When you don't get back in that spot. Have a
Monique.
good one.
Okay.
Girl. Oh, I know screenshots is coming out tomorrow. Y'all is a kid.
The way y'all got fish carrying right now.
Hey man,
Kelly, you gotta
Now,
unmute. Oh, they gotta unmute themselves.
we
Yeah, y'all gotta
we
unmute
all
yourself if
who is
y'all
that?
in
Who is that
we
in box
in
number
we
11?
the
That's
that's
Deja.
the East Coast mother Deja.
Oh, that's Deja. Hey,
Oh.
Deja.
Hey mother, I'm squeak, honey. Y'all done?
Yeah, I ain't going through all of that. This bitch, y'all ladies, just carrying right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Who
figure
is
out is
this?
everybody
Seems
done.
like Pierce on smoke. Hold on.
Well, well, well.
Cause y'all are still not inboxing about
Okay, y'all,
shit.
I'm sorry, y'all. I bet
this is
Q somebody was calling Q phone, and then it was just yeah. So first of all, let me be very clear. I'm not Paris is with the can arguing. That's not me. Like she's well equipped to handle. So this is not up here to defend her at all because she can do that on her own. This is just to clear this fucking narrative up. And Anthony, you up here? We sat on that motherfucking phone and got flat into it. You and Pork Chop cussed me the fuck out when you and him went and gave the overall mother position to fucking Vanessa Frost after we had already was talking to her to come in to be the first Midwest mother. It was never about holding no fucking position for no fucking parents. Who I wanted to be the first overall mother of the House of West was Tiffany fucking Monroe.
Your choice. So
Tell
to
me I'm
clear it up,
lying.
your choice. Hold on. Your choice was Tiffany Monroe. Mine was Vanessa Frost. James was Tati.
Yes.
That's how it came off.
Then when none of
And
that Erica Kane name came up, Courtney Balenciaga name came up, all these things. Then when we came,
yeah,
let's go back even further. It was going to be Trisha and James overall. Then overall, God was going to be Paris and Jarrell because at that particular point right there, and I do have. it was something, whatever was going on with Mizrahi, and we didn't know exactly what was going on with that or whatever the case me. So Jarrell was like, oh, he didn't know all this other stuff. Paris went on to Thailand and handled her business or whatever the case may be. So bitch, when she kind of came back, Paris came out as a Mizrahi at the
Yeah,
Garcon Ball.
I remember that. Yeah, she walked her perfect tennis as a Mizrahi.
When James went to the HLM conference and texted my phone and said Asia's a double O, and then text the overall, I said, bitch, I love it. I live for it. Let's go for it. We didn't tell Anthony shit. Anthony found out Asia was overall mother a day or two before the ball because everybody know Anthony talk a lot. I lied and told Anthony to go after Tamaya. I said, we need to get Tamaya.
I found out the day of the ball, actually.
Okay, so selfish. Girl, shut the fuck up.
But yeah, that was the old thing, girl. I knew about Paris when they did it. My whole thing is, I don't even know what the whole bunch of back and forth go. Well, like all this back and forth about the situation is. Everybody gonna have their own opinions about whatever. Everybody gonna feel like this person wrong, that person's right, this person's wrong, do that person's right. At this point, it's kind of like, girl, what's the point? Like, what are we still discussing about?
Girl,
She left, JB's left, and we lost two. We lost two people. Do I feel like it's gonna hurt? I mean, do I feel like it's the end of the world? No. Do I wish that certain situations would have been handled differently? Yes. Like me and Paris got into it, and it is what it is. Like I just feel like at the end of the day, the shit is done. Like it's done. It's what's done is done. It is what it is. I told
Right.
Africa yesterday, the thing about it is what everybody fail to realize is shit happens in everybody's house. This not the first time an overall mother has left the house. This ain't gonna be the last time an overall mother left the house. This ain't the first time some house has some drama. It ain't gonna be the last time some house have the drama. We need to figure out how the fuck can everybody come to some common ground and stop arguing back and forth all the fucking time and be adults and actually come to some common ground and fix issues. Deep rooted
And
issues with bitches
see,
talking
I
around.
think the,
Hold
the
on, hold
thing
on,
is
hold on, hold on.
because y'all bring all this shit to Bigo, Anthony. Let me also clear
Right,
up a
we didn't
couple
bring
things
it to
for
Bigo
Amaya.
because as you could
Hold
hold on,
on,
hold
Maya,
on.
please, Amaya, hold on, please, please, please. Let me also clear up a thing. October of last year, it was a lot went on with my mother. I had checked out. Nobody put me off no executive board in the House of Motherfucking West. I left that on October the 4th and made a formal statement to the people on the board on October the 16th. And like I told Anthony, with me, your fucking face. And I never said that because I guess whatever was said on Beagle and all this other stuff. And I said, baby, I said, this is
Hmm.
the issue. We can go through whatever the fuck we go through in the House of West, but for some particular reason, people always feel a need to come to Beagle and to tell this person, to tell this person. So that's where all the fucking business just always get, and we look like a bunch of fucking fools in front of every fucking body. Nothing stays in house. Every house go through shit. Every house is doing this. Every house got bullshit going on.
Nikki, your
But for
text
some
message.
particular reason, the House of West business, every goddamn thing, it ain't no secrecy. Somehow make it to some type of social media platform. When Paris and JB's got into, Paris called me the next morning. The first thing I did was call the executive board, Steven, Vincent, and fucking Portia. I said, hey y'all, did y'all know about this? Y'all need to go ahead and like figure out what's what. I spoke to Paris and JB's and I told JB, I could never invalidate how the fuck you feel. You have every right to feel how you feel. I say, did Paris know your dad was here or was not here? I said no, she didn't. So and I know she didn't mean it like that. But again, JB, I can't tell you how to feel. You have every right to feel that way. No shade, because again, if somebody step on my foot and I said, "Ow, you hurt me," and the person, "Oh, well, I said sorry," that don't mean I necessarily just said, "Oh, well, yeah." No, it don't work like that. I told her, baby, I get executive. I told Paris before they got into it, I said, hey, unfollow her on Facebook. If you are triggered by all of these things that's been going on, just like a couple other ladies in the house, because I don't think people realize how many post girls we have in the house. When y'all are triggered by people, if you don't feel comfortable enough having a conversation, just unfollow them on Facebook or put them on mute. You don't have to unfriend them so it can be like a shade. Just don't have this shit come down your fucking timeline. It's one point, one motherfucking sister, one of my best friends, Cookie, used to be arguing down with people on Facebook. I had to put my sister page on pause. Cause it was irritating me seeing her cuss people out on a regular basis and have drama going on. And bitch, everybody know me and Cookie go back like 4 or 5. So that let me pause my sister page. No shade. Let me unfollow her on Facebook, not unfriend, because you're gonna unfollow somebody so nothing it won't come down your timeline at all. The situation was unnecessary, it was uncalled for, but it could have been nipped in the bud because certain leaders saw what was going on that same particular as the shit was going on and chose not to say anything. Anthony, am I right or wrong?
So let me clock that.
See, people don't like. We not being honest tonight.
Hold on.
Anthony is gone. He got down.
Uh, well, I only came here because I thought y'all was actually going to like discuss the ball. Did
No,
y'all already
yo,
do
we
that?
we go
We're
we
about
going
to
into that
now.
we going into that right now, honey.
Okay.
Thank you, Paris. I just wanted to get the side of what was going on. I did not know that this was gonna go this way and all type of stuff. But thank you, Paris. Thank you. So Africa, can you tell us about the ball, honey, and your highlights and lowlights about the ball, honey?
One of my lowlights was definitely the sound system. Um, that that was a fool. Yeah, that just like maybe 2 or 3 categories in, the fucking battery went dead in the mic. The system just
Yeah.
forward is like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely have to invest more in like better DJ equipment or just just making sure I just have a better sound system. So that was definitely one of my low lights of the ball. This year was like really personal because I just kind of wanted to make up for the catastrophe last year because that whole thing with the venue and it not finishing and people just felt like it was a scam to kind of get people money, and which it wasn't because last year we gave out 11,000, but we was supposed to give out 11, but we still gave out over $8,000 last year. So this year it was just trying to make sure we start on time, which doors will open up at 4 o'clock. Um, all tables were only $350. They came with sandwich platters, fruit and cheese trays, desserts. It was chips, cookies, brownies. It was chicken wings. It was a lot of goodies on the table. Again, everybody only paid $350. The venue, according to Kelly, was cold as hell, which I kind of just thought that because the guy told me he said we have like a
Shay, it
very good AC
was.
system.
It was cold
The guy
blue.
told me we have a very good AC system, but I told him, I said, like black people kind of draw heat, so let's go ahead and let's drop it down to about like 62 because I'd rather people kind of walk in and get chilly, and then as more people kind of come in, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was going to get hot, but a lot of people just felt like it was just cold. Um, Thank you for everybody that came up with all of the categories. I was kind of disappointed in some of the categories because I expected more people to kind of like come out for it, but I also am happy because I understand what happened last year, and people probably was side eyeing, giving baby, I'm not bringing the
It
ass back
was
down here, which
cold,
I
Brandy.
completely get it. So, but yeah, I mean, thank you for everybody that came out. All categories were called, all coins were given out. I haven't seen like people saying they didn't have a good time. I saw it was like people was in the Discord group saying people was hot as hell in the ball and passing out and all kind of craziness, but I don't know where that kind of came from. But yeah, all the winners and everything and of the years and all that good stuff is posted on Facebook. I mean, I got my phone right here. If y'all want me to run down them,
No,
or
we
you
got
already
yeah.
have them.
You
Okay.
can run them down, honey.
Okay.
Yes, let's get them.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. So.
Yo, Chi send me a car.
Okay, so the winners of the night, commentator versus commentator, went to Sparkle Revlon. New runway went to Ricardo Balmain. Film Queen Realness went to Vanity Aga. Junior Film Queen Realness went to Zariah Balmain. Big Girls Femme Queen Realness went to Charisma Aga. Overall for the $500, Vanity and Charisma walked away with that. Nobody walked Legendary Face. Small Boys Runway, nobody walked that. Tall Boys Runway went to my daughter Donnie West. Big Boys Runway went to Caden Delcour. All American Runway was closed. Runway for the $500 ended up going to my daughter Donnie West. Female Figure Sex Siren went to Yaz West. Schoolboy Realness went to Q and Little Murder West. Trans Man Realness went to Casanova Delcour. Executive Realness went to Apollo and John Balenciaga. Vogue Femme for the 1250 went to the new East Coast Princess Techna Ebony. Everyday Realness for the $4,000 went to Mally Prodigy. Drag's Performance went to Bunny Prodigy. Femme Queen Performance went to Samantha Mugler. Overall, $750 for Female Figure Performance went to Bunny Prodigy. Sneaker was closed. Female Figure Body went to Remy Delcour. Best Dress for the $500 went to Milan Christopher 007. Bazaar went to Agaro Balenciaga. New Performance went to KJ Aga. It don't say that on here. Runners for the Twist for the 1500 went to Adonis Prince and Q West. Drags Runners for the $1,000 went to Nikki West. Legendary Pretty Boy Realness went to my son Legendary Anthony 007. And Pretty Boy Realness went to Prince, and they walked away with the 250 cash. Male Figure Body went to
Whoa, whoa,
Nate
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Delcour.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Legendary.
whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. Slow down. Pretty Boy Realness went to who, Africa?
Thank you,
My son
Ted.
Legendary.
Legendary Anthony who?
He left the house with the Nikki. Moving right
Oh,
along.
okay. So I
Legendary
didn't
Run.
know. That's why
Oh
it caught
yeah.
me off guard.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Legendary Runners for the $2,000 went to the Carolina Father Trent Balenciaga. Male Figure Sex Siren Catboy went to Kyrie Prodigy. Junior Sex Siren went to JR Prodigy. Legendary Sex Siren went to Royal Delcour. Legendary Performance went to Jojo Balenciaga. Butch Queen Face was closed. GNC Face was closed. Legendary Runway went to Victoria Alpha Omega. Thug Realness went to Don Lux. And Drag Face was closed. And I'm gonna scroll down just a little bit and go ahead and get the of
Uh,
the year winners really quickly.
Africa, did you leave West? Hello?
Anthony,
He-
Anthony, Anthony,
hel-
Anthony,
Hello?
Anthony,
Kelly, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Kelly,
hold
I'm
up.
asking Africa, did she leave West?
The of the years for the Carolinas for
No, 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 no,
2025
no, no,
goes as
no, no,
follows.
no, 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 no,
New
no, no,
performance of
no,
the year
no,
goes to
no,
CC
no,
West
no,
007. Hand
no,
performance
no,
of the year
no,
goes to
no, no,
Nova
ma'am.
Delcour.
No,
Woman's performance of the year
ma'am.
goes to 80
You
Revlon.
think we about to...
Old
Girl,
Way,
I
hold
don't
on.
want to
Can I get through my
hear that shit.
list? Can I get through my list?
All right, go
Old
Oh,
Way
I
ahead.
of
didn't
the
mean
year
to
goes
interrupt you.
through. Old Way of the year goes to Nova Delcour. Vogue Film Stars and Con of the year goes to Techna Ebony. Vogue Film Dramatics of the year goes to Trix West. Big Boys Performance of the year went to Pepsi Ebony. Runners with a Twist went to Gotti Tishi. Drag Performance of the year went to Bunny Prodigy. Femme Queen Performance of the year went to Princess Balenciaga. Female Figure Legendary Performance of the year went to Zoe West. Male Figure Legendary Performance of the year went to Father Jeremy Tishi. Women's Face of the Year went to Yaz West. Butch Queen Face of the Year went to Mother Tony Delcour. Femme Queen Face of the Year went to Mother Yanni Lanvin. Drag Face of the Year went to the new icon Asia Revlon. Big Girl's Face of the Year went to the new legend Candice Revlon. Legendary Face of the Year went to the overall father Julius Revlon. New Runway of the Year went to Leo Lavin. Women's Runway of the Year went to Desi St. Laurent. Drags Runway of the Year went to Chelsea Delcour. All American Runway of the Year went to Devin Balenciaga. Big Boys Runway of the Year went to Caden Delcour. Tall Boys Runway of the Year went to Donnie West. Small Boys Runway of the Year went to Shady Balenciaga. Femme Queen Runway of the Year went to Tierra Lux. Legendary Runway of the Year went to Slim Revlon. Thug Runners of the Year went to Rich West 007. Pretty Boy Runners of the Year went to Diablo West. Executive Runners of the Year went to Country Live In. Trans Men Runners of the Year went to Casanova Delcourt. Executive Runners of the Year went to Token Balenciaga. Drag Runners of the Year went to Candy Delcourt. Junior Film Queen Runners of the Year went to Hazel Lavin. Big Girl Runners of the Year went to Tierra Ebony. Film Queen Runners of the Year went to Jada Ebony. Schoolboy Runners of the Year went to Sunny Ebony Tishi. Legendary Male Figure Runners of the Year went to Jeremy Tishi. Legendary Female Figure Runners of the Year went to Brandy West. Male Figure Body went to Nate Delcourt. Female Figure Body went to Carmen Delcourt, sorry. Women's Sex Siren of the Year went to Yaz West. Catboy Sex Siren, Royal Delcourt. Junior Sex Siren, Nate Delcourt. Femme Queen Sex Siren, Doll Prodigy. Legendary Sex Siren, Tyrese Chanel. Female Figure Best Dress, Nikki Delcourt 007. Male Figure Best Dress, Crown Lavin. Sneaker of the Year, the icon Arnold St. Laurent. Sneaker
Oh,
of the Year, Vincent West. Glitz and Glam of the Year,
oh.
Richie Rich Delcourt. Florida Finest, Scar Revlon 007. Atlanta Finest, June Ebony. Virginia Finest, Diamond Balenciaga. Baltimore Finest,
Wait,
Cash West
Scar
007.
007?
DC
Shut
Finest,
up.
Harold Balenciaga. Philly Finest, Lady West. NYC Finest, Q West. Midwest Finest, Jack Carolina Lavin. Gulf Coast Finest, Tyrell Prodigy, a leader of the year, the icon Javon Delcourt, star of the year, Techna Ebony, statement of the year, Crown Lavin, legend of the year, Jeremy Tishi, icon of the year, Corey Lavin, DJ of the year, DJ Money Lux, ball of the year, reclaiming my time, trophy of the year, reclaiming my time, commentator of the year, Snicky West, mother of the year, Lola Rose Prodigy, father of the year, Kim Prodigy, new house of the year, the house of Tishi, and house of the year goes to the house of Delcourt. Whew, that was a lot.
So Africa.
Holla.
Uh, hold on, Kelly. Let me ask. So Africa, it's been brought to my attention that you have been became a 007, and a lot of the members have left with you. Is that true? Are we breaking this here? Africa, you are
Can you turn
007.
this on? Can you turn your camera on, Q? Hold on 1 second. Does it flip
Okay.
down or up? Down or up? Your profile up here.
Huh? I Africa,
Oh,
I
she's
can't
showing the
see,
House
baby.
of
I wear
West
glasses.
group.
Are they
She's
real
showing the
bad right
House of
now?
West group.
Okay,
She's showing the
okay,
House of
okay,
West group.
okay. All right.
We haven't
Thank
even
Okay, I
you.
need
discussed
to.
this with Sparkle.
See, y'all ain't gotta.
I
So
Turn the
y'all ain't
camera.
gotta wonder no more. There you go.
I
Bitch, I
did get a
can't see
premium
shit, bitch.
comment, Africa,
Yes.
that asked, why did Tay judge the ball and she walked the ball?
Tay didn't walk the ball.
Oh, okay,
From what
but I
I
got.
they said Tay got
Tay
dressed. Huh?
Tay walk.
Oh, I
She
didn't
did.
really say walk yeah, because when I walked, I asked her why she didn't walk, and she said she paid it. So I didn't realize, yeah, because Kano was supposed to judge, but then when it was time to call the judge, so that's why I was unaware of that. Because had I understood,
Uh,
so she got tens. Oh, I didn't know that. Honey. I was then she. Well, I mean, well, why didn't nobody say this at the ball? Like any
Oh
other
yeah, like
judge
I
or
say,
anybody, nobody saying.
I just somebody just asked that, and I told them I would have.
they also said something about Big Mama walk commentator versus commentator and commentator the ball.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Big Mama commentated and walk commentator versus commentator or something.
But see, that's the thing. The first category now was commentator versus commentator, and the winner of commentator versus commentator was supposed to be Snooki assistant the ball at the ball. The
Okay,
girl
but
Sparkle
she
that
didn't
won.
win. They said.
No, listen. The girl that won
Okay.
Sparkle,
Uh
um,
huh.
she said she didn't want to commentate. You know, so I walked her to
Okay,
the
so
front. I
that
gave her her corner, her
okay.
thing. So the Big
They gave
Mama
y'all
had
the spot.
already was helping out with LSS. So Big Mama came and was like,
Okay.
"Hey, the girl don't want to commentate." Then I asked Snooki. Snooki said, "It was fine. He can use the help." So that's how Big Mama just stayed on the mic. So the winner of commentator versus commentator was supposed to commentate the ball, but the young lady Sparkle that walked and won, she said she just wanted to come just do her chance, and she didn't want to do the ball. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, we
Um.
are at.
Who? Hold on. One more question. Who won labels of the year?
Nobody won labels of the year. We didn't give that of the year out. I spoke to Milan early because everybody was sending me a screenshot of him posted it on Facebook. He said Bones told him that. I asked Bones why was he being weird because we didn't even give a labels of the year out. So But everybody was sending me this long post that Mulan made about being labels of the year and all this other stuff. And I told my mom, like, hey, babe, I don't know who told you that, but we didn't even give that of the year out because nobody has walked that like that category wasn't even called in the Carolinas in 2024. Excuse me.
Okay.
Not Star 007, Scar, like from
And they
Bond.
said, and I got a premium comment. They said, why would he even win labels of the year when his label was a fade? I'm just saying.
Oh. Girl.
Mm. Well, thank you,
Kelly, did
Africa.
you enjoy yourself? Nikki, did you enjoy
I
yourself
enjoyed
at the ball?
myself. I
I
enjoyed
didn't come
myself.
to the
It
mall. I
was
definitely enjoyed Charlotte though. They showed
I
me a good
enjoyed
I
time.
enjoyed the
myself.
ball.
It was freezing cold at the mall. The food was everything on the table. Smith say, "Girl, honey, okay." And it, baby, listen, bitch. When you talk
Um,
about, bitch, the coldest ball of the motherfucking century, it definitely goes to North Carolina, bitch. I didn't need my fan or nothing. I thought I was gonna be hot in my sweater dress, bitch. It was motherfucking everything. Shouts out to the new motherfucking legend, my daughter, Cookie motherfucking West mistake. Well motherfucking deserved mistake, bitch. I love you. I appreciate it. And thank you for slaying my motherfucking hair, honey. Okay?
Shouts out to the nudie
Okay,
team.
Africa. Before you go, Africa, I
Candy.
know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Shouts out to the nudie team. Realness legend. Candy Revlon. Congratulations on your new status.
Um,
Congratulations, twin.
I know this question is gonna come up when we cover like the stuff that happened at the ball. But
Damn it.
Africa, what made you do the cisgender women panel for the everyday realness category?
Because I thought about doing ballroom, then I thought about the pretty boy realness and all of that, and like how like the tins with some of the people like chopping some people for not bringing it like the picture, and then some people got through and all this other stuff. So I kind of did away with that or whatever. I had already asked Kelly to judge, and I had told Kelly like if somebody was walking Gucci, she couldn't, what I'm saying, judge because I wanted it to be fair, and I wanted to have a panel to where it was like all the bias was out the window. It wasn't this person or this person's popular and because he went every day a lot and all this other stuff. And these people were just not random people we just picked off of the street. A lot of them actually went and watched Paris's and Burning and what I'm saying, like to kind of figure out the culture of ballroom. They knew what pretty boy realness was, schoolboy realness, executive realness. They knew what the different categories, what the language behind each category was, and saying things of that. They studied clips and all of these things like leading up to the ball, and they gave unbiased opinion. I'll use Prince. Had got walked and got chopped, and he asked basically why he got chopped, and the girl said he looked gay. And then when I asked Sydney afterwards, I said like what was that? She said he looked gay, and to be honest, he like pretty. He should have been walking the other category, pretty boy runners. And I laughed. I said, well, that's actually his category. Like these ladies and that gentleman on the end had no allegiance to anybody at all. So Tom, Dick, and Harry could have actually walked the ball and literally won the ball. Like they didn't know anybody to be like, okay, well, we have to pick this person. These were just unbiased individuals just giving their unbiased opinion. Literally.
I
So
mean,
like
no
when it was
shade,
going to the I'm sorry.
no, I said no shade. I was back there, and I know like the people was literally gagging because they was not having it with the people. And every
Yeah,
time
because
somebody
politics
asked,
did
they
not play a
said,
part
"It's
in it.
not believable. It's not believable. It's not
Yeah,
believable." I
politics
was like,
did
"Oh,
not play a part in it. And Kelly didn't chop nobody. She knew probably damn near all of the contestants walking, but she didn't chop anybody at all. So like when it was asking questions, it was just like literally, like there was no politics in this all. It was like straight up and all of them felt confident. Like the person that won was supposed to win. And I was like, okay. And I didn't realize who won at the particular point after this. Oh, they said, Mally Prodigy won. I said, oh, work, that's over. You know what I'm saying? So again, West got chopped, Lovins got chopped, Aga got chopped. They all like people. They were just giving their honest opinion, and that's what I wanted.
I didn't chop anybody, baby, because I let the ladies do what they needed to do, and I was just there to vote at the end. Maybe I let them do what they needed to do.
But I will say shout out to the creativity that was put into that category. No shade, like The people brought it. I will say that.
Yeah, they did. They definitely. It was definitely cute, and I was gagging like when they was breaking it down to them and telling them why they chopped them and everything, and they was fuck. They was gagging. They say, "Bitch, like these are fucking people that you want to motherfucking in the street and shit, bitch." And so when they was telling them, baby, I ain't buying it, bitch. It was like, oh yeah, bitch, yeah, they ain't buying
But
it,
no,
honey.
oh yeah, Journey,
Hold on,
no
let me say this
shade
before I go,
because
y'all. Hold on, let me say this real quick before I go. Ken, let me give you your roses really quickly because literally two of the girls was like they didn't really know like your tea until you had grabbed the mic and you started
Man,
like
them
clearing the
hoes
beat.
lying. Come on now, bro, for
No, it
real.
was no, literally, it was
Now
like I
y'all is
didn't really feel it
dragging
when
it.
she
Boo.
ran, when she grabbed the mic and started yelling. It was like, oh, okay. I said, oh yeah. It was like, oh, I
All
literally was
right.
like, oh, I didn't
Here we
know.
go.
But thank y'all
Nikki,
so much. I'm about to hit it because I'm sleepy as hell.
That
So
screen,
y'all have a good
that
night.
screen, that whole thing was rigged.
see
Then
you
Clark
later.
Kelly
thank
said,
you.
"Oh, that was a rig from the beginning."
Yeah, Nikki can't take me. We say, girl,
Yeah.
that's what it is. We say, girl, honey, okay. Yeah. But yeah, we here, baby. It was cute. I enjoyed myself. What happened,
I
Nikki?
did too.
I enjoyed
Girl,
I
I ain't say
enjoyed
shit to
myself.
you, bitch.
I enjoyed myself in North Carolina. I had a great fucking time, baby, honey. Shouts out to motherfucking Romeo, honey, out there doing his thing, bitch. Climbed across the motherfucking thing, voguing, honey. Also, shouts out to Carter Life. Y'all could definitely go to Carter Life on YouTube and get the clips, honey. And y'all can also definitely go get in the mix with the iconic mother, honey. Okay, yeah, bitch. Yeah, we was in the motherfucking building, honey. Yeah. Yeah. Drake, what was your highlight of the ball? You was there.
Honestly, I would say everyday realness. Like I said, the creativity was like unmatched. I really enjoyed the person who won Molly. His whole presentation was very different because at first I'm like, oh, why is he giving Betsy Ross flyers? But then when they revealed, I'm like, oh, okay, he is seamstress. Because I know the category you had to bring it, like a job that was predominantly women based. Um, Romeo, they said you shouldn't have ate that sandwich. Um, I'll also say shout out to the live band, as the fucking the nurse that gave birth. That was fab too. What else did I enjoy? Oh yeah, I enjoyed Legendary Runway. Shout out to Kiko, Victoria. Sorry, I'm
Oh
reading the
shit, I didn't
comment.
even see all these messages. I got messages
Oh yeah,
down.
Trent and Champ was the hot battle. No shade. They both were sucking their shit, and it got real.
Shouts out to motherfucking Lizzo, live band Miss A girl. She ate her little routine for me, honey. Shouts out
Oh
to
yeah, that
her.
was
Yeah.
cute too. And no
Yeah,
shade. And
I
she
got
was
my
outside practicing for a minute because I went outside twice to smoke, and all I heard was band music. And then when she came in and did it, I was like, oh, that was her outside.
yeah, shouts out to her. Let me see what else did I like. Oh, shouts out to the Virgin Runway. The Virgin Runways they did their thing. The Virgin Runways.
Kelly, no shade. That was no shade. That was the hottest runway category of the night. I'm being
Yeah, the
honest.
Virgin Run- yeah, the Virgin Runways definitely
No, it
did
was.
they
I mean, she came as a. Yeah, I'm not being shady. She came as a majorette, so they was playing band music for her production.
Shouts out to the
yeah.
House of Ball, man. I really had a great time this weekend. Congratulations to my new Carolina parents, Carmen and Tice. Shouts out to all the new members that came aboard. I really enjoyed you guys at the house this weekend. Yeah, we really had a great time. I love you guys, and I'll definitely see you in Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
and
congrats, Common brother.
Love,
shouts out to John
I love
John
you, son.
shouts out to John John Balenciaga for bringing all of that motherfucking Hennessy out there,
Hennessy.
mistake being
Mm-hmm.
chuddy. Okay, he brung drinks down for all the girls. I don't know who was the other one. that brung the motherfucking Bojangles, honey, that brung the Bojangles. Like,
That
yeah,
was the other
they was
Balenciaga,
not.
I
Yeah,
think.
they were not playing with the motherfucking props, bitch. They had they motherfucking shit, bitch, baby, and they
Apollo.
was in the place. Apollo, yeah, they had their shit, and they was in the motherfucking
Hey,
place,
father
Miss
of all
Nigga. It
fathers,
was really
Tony.
cute, really. Okay, yeah, it
Shout
was
out to
really
the
cute.
missus for that big ass pizza.
Oh, that was the missus that brought that pizza.
Bitch, y'all, if I ain't never see a motherfucking big ass slice of pizza like that. First of all, shout out to the Mrs. Period, y'all. They made a whole table in the back. Let's talk about that. They took a table, bitch had cloth on there, ordered their own food. That's man.
Oh, I know
They
that's
sure
right,
did though.
honey.
So you saying they didn't pay for it? They didn't pay for a table?
Oh, they took one of the tables in the back and said it right in the back and ordered pizza, had their little drinks and everything on the table. They were the only
Oh
table with
shit.
drinks.
Word.
Oh, word, honey. Okay, and shout out to the barmaids. I like they dress. Y'all dress code was really cute, honey. Okay.
No, no shade,
Mhm.
Nick. I mean, no shade, Kelly. I like that they had the same dress code for both balls. That was cute.